Hello and welcome to Lazy Sunday Afternoon Minecraft. I can talk. Oh god, this is gonna be great. Here on the Triad Gamers Network. Um, as usual, just like I said, on Sunday afternoon we do our Lazy Minecraft for those that might not have been here before. And we usually try to do some goal-oriented stuff of some sort, so we're not just running around playing Minecraft. As much fun as that is, because it is fun. It is lots of fun. Today I am joined by the wonderful Belmont.
Hello.
I had unmuted just before I said that, mostly because I realized
Well,
that.
thanks.
Well, I had realized that because this is the first time we're using this talking screen, as you're seeing, so you can see more of me and as we're chatting about stuff. Um, but also it has our branding, and I can go over that. But I forgot that the Minecraft audio is going to start coming through on here because I haven't fixed that. So I was like, that's a lot of villager noises because I'm in the middle of the village. So I've just muted Minecraft now and unmuted that, but it was just a panic response. But as I was saying though, as our branding is on the sides here, I'm still getting used to that. There we go. Here, you can find us at. Oh, I'm pointing the wrong way. You can find us at triadgamers.com for more content, blog posts, things about, especially about Commander, because a lot of that is remote, and we haven't really got fully set up in remote, though there's more to come on that.
Yeah.
There's more to come on that. As well as other posts, content creator celebrations, deck techs, thoughts about
Tech
stuff.
coming up tomorrow.
Oh yes, yes there is. Also though you can, oh I gotta remember which way I need to point. Or you can find us at Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook at Triad Gamers, as you see on the right side of the screen there. And if you have any questions on that, I can also always put it up through the rest of the stream. But yeah, so today we decided we're kind of in the middle. We're not quite to the point of like end fighting, even though we are set up now with the blaze powder that we need to make the Ice of Ender. Although that does make me want to make an Ender chest, and I still might do that today. But uh, what it does mean though is that we're kind of getting materials and getting set and getting levels, and what better way to do that than to do some spelunking. So I'm going to move the sound back up. All the beautiful villager noises. But yeah, we decided to do some spelunking after a little bit of villager trading today. There might be some more, like an automatic farm build that I have started in case people want to see that. Oh, good morning, Jax. So if people want to see that, feel free to mention. Just there's a specific automatic farm that is going to be really good for us to build. So we might do that later on. I do have part of it going, and we can kind of check out the yields for it, but that's later. But for right now, I was just trying to get some villager trading in, get some of my fabulous golden carrots up a bit before we go adventuring, and kind of go that route. Also the
Yeah.
experience levels.
When you're done with that, stay in Mordor's because that's where we're gonna start
That's
our
fair.
quote unquote splunking adventure. And what we mean by splunking, folks, is that we find these caverns and crevasses and whatnot, and there's usually a lot of very wide open, easy to get resources.
Hmm.
If you don't mind, um, excuse me, if you don't mind the monsters. So that's what we're going to do today. Mainly because as we're building more railroads and whatnot, um, we need the resources. Definitely the iron.
So many villagers. Okay, but yes, we do need those
Yeah, we,
resources.
we have encouraged the villagers to be fruitful and multiply.
Yeah, this is a pretty growing city. Not gonna lie. To the point of I can kind of just run out with stuff to trade and eventually find people who need it. Now, the only problem is finding the ones I'm looking for. That is not. Oh, that's a Fletcher. I forgot what a Fletcher looks like. Now I'm looking for a shepherd, and I'm having trouble finding the shepherd.
Oh, I got him right here.
That is very helpful, hon. I appreciate the
That's
direction.
right
Right
by
there.
the
Oh, there he is.
town
Yep.
square. Yeah.
'Cause I knew what he looked like. I just couldn't seem to find him. Yeah, I don't mind that.
And
I
I
just
mean,
got like almost 2 stacks of emeralds because I've already gotten some golden carrots during this.
and Elvis and I haven't even I still have more plans on expanding more doors. What I've been focusing on right lately off stream is building up our next um, branch office in the next town.
Now, something I'm doing on camera that people might not know offhand, so I always like to call attention to it, is that if you're holding an item, the villagers will actually tell you if they trade for that item with what they're holding. So you're seeing here, I put my potatoes out because then I can easily go here and be like, oh, this is the potato farmer, cool. Which is a good way to kind of keep track when you're trying to find certain villagers that take certain things, especially as they're running to take cover because of nighttime. But I mean, after my death last week, I'm now at level 21, and I started at 8 before all this trading, so you know, there's that. Okay, can you guys move out of the way so I know you're not gonna come in here? Thank you.
Are you going to bed?
Yep. I just had to wait for 5 villagers that were in front of the branch office to move. Okay, let's put some of this away now. Away, away, away. Now we're just kind of, you know, doing different stuff. I think that was the only one I haven't done yet. Oop, not that. I needed to find, I believe, the fisherman for berries.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting that fishermen do berries of all
Yeah,
things.
it's one of their later stuff. Oh, jeez. Any of you want these? No, no, none of you. Okay, fine.
I mean, I have Willie where I am at, which is on the house right outside the branch office.
Oh, up there. Fair enough. Of course, I run to where he usually resides, which is not down there, not down up there. I mean, which is more down where I am. But
Well, he's moving. He's now heading towards the town center.
there's just a bunch more fishermen. I think just for whatever reason. Hey, do you want some stuff? Do you want it? No, wait, no, fisherman isn't it? Wait, what is it? No, it's a shepherd, I think. I'm like, wait, fishermen don't have berries. I'm losing it.
No, I don't remember. As you can tell, people, we are professional Minecraft players.
I mean, we are streamers of Minecraft. But yeah, no, I believe it's shepherd, and I even saw the diamond shepherd before, and I was like, no, that's not them. Where are you, or is it butcher? Maybe it's butcher. Which, in that case, I still need the diamond butcher.
Yeah, I think we're
Ooh,
gonna have to
ooh,
expand
ooh.
to the north.
Haha, butcher. That's what it was. Yeah, because they want kelp blocks and and sweet berries. They must be expanding their
Oh
offerings.
Oh my god, I made sure to mute myself right as this happened because you were like introducing the stream for today.
Mm-hmm.
But uh I did the whole jump off the railing thing that go down a few levels in Triad Tower
Oh no.
and landed at the kelp thing, and then there's a zombie pigman just floating at the bottom of the kelp thing.
Oh no!
Scared, just scared the living daylights out of me.
I mean, I guess we haven't really lit that up, so that's probably
Well, I
a
mean, no,
bad thing.
you can't stop them from spawning.
I thought
I
with light you can, like if you put sea lanterns on
no,
there and
but
such.
it's zombie pigmen. They walked in from the nether.
Oh, zombie pigmen. Sorry, I just for some reason heard drowned, even though you didn't say the word drowned and had nothing near drowned. But by the way,
I love
also,
you too.
in case people are curious why I'm doing this, I'm saving up blocks of emeralds we're not using if we get excess, which we have been obviously, because then eventually we have enough emeralds to build a beacon. Because I mean, we've gotten a wither head, a wither skull.
Yes.
Um, we just need 2 more, but that's some off-stream stuff. But otherwise, I'm ready for splunking.
Let me just ditch these seeds that I've gotten. I'm kind of still just mapping out the borders of the town so we can expand it a little bit more.
Fair enough.
Because you said they were walking right up to your latest project?
They were walking over. That doesn't necessarily mean the village goes that far.
Anyway, so yeah, no, we start, and the trains, frack. We start at the train station below the branch office.
Yeah. Oh, we start there? Okay, well, I ran away from there, so that was probably a bad idea.
That's why I tried to tell you, but you were not listening
It's
to
okay.
me.
I'll just bound through these beautiful flowery areas and wooded areas and all this random stuff we've been doing.
No, you're going the wrong way.
I'm going to the branch office. That's what you told me to do.
Oh, okay. Sorry, you just turned around on stream.
Are we doing that again? Is that what's happening where you're trusting delayed stream me rather than me talking in your ear? Okay, I am in area by zombie farm.
Yeah, go down to the rail station.
That's where I am.
Okay. All right.
I'm hearing lots
So,
of zombies.
yep. Well, I mean, this is the one that you discovered.
Okay.
So pretty much we can break in any wall that isn't andesite. Like, here we go. Yeah.
This is why I let him go in first. Oh, creeper.
Super behind you.
I'm out of there.
And of course there's an Enderman.
Yes, there is. I've been hearing. Oh, hi.
No, not for long.
Sorry, I'm finding a defensible position, which is over here. Ow! Defensible position.
You know what would be helpful is if all this water stopped.
Fair. I am now in a little cave area that is lit up. So this is safe over here.
Yeah, it's gonna be raining
Careful!
zombies, ain't?
I'm like, you're literally walking into a huge mob of things. Back up to here. And eat the food that you obviously need to eat now.
I'm only down one hunger. No hearts.
Remember I said back up to here when you started eating, and then, like, zombies came to kill you? But yes, we will be ramming, because we are going into this ravine here, if you notice. Yeah, I see some creepers and skeletons up there. This will be a lot of sudden things. Oh, there's a potato. I'm gonna go down here next. This seems like a good place to defend. There's also just a lot of stuff down here. Holy crap.
Ooh, gold.
Should be safe now. Or at least fairly
Safe-ish.
safe-ish. More safe than out there. Although there was a creeper over here. I don't know if I finished it. Oh, hi.
Did you bring Picky?
Yes.
Okay.
But I'm now being shot at by skeletons in the main area, so I'm gonna deal with that first. I think there's a creeper back there. Right?
Yes, there is. I got him.
Okay.
He's down.
But yes, I have brought Picky. Okay, that should be fairly defensed right now.
And he has a friend.
Yep, there's gonna be a lot of them in here. Okay, there's lava, so don't go down there. Cool, cool, cool.
And more lava.
I have a potato.
Oh, probably. One of the zombies probably dropped it.
True.
I think I have a dead end, so I will collect everything on the way back.
Okay, if there's anything for Picky, let me know.
I mean, we're partially close to diamond territory, but I mean, not really.
Yeah.
Making sure I don't miss anything. Especially the iron that we so desperately need. Oh, I love it when one iron vein leads into another iron vein.
Oh, this is interesting.
Do I want to know?
Well, the waterfall goes into another area. So I had to like go into there to actually block off the water that I was trying to do. I'm over here behind you.
Okay.
So like that area was full of water a little bit ago, and when I went to block it in, I noticed a bunch of different directions. So this one's going to be very fruitful to be exploring.
Yes. Very much so.
Oh, I see diamonds.
I hear
Yeah, I see.
things.
Yep.
Oh,
I want to block off the lava though too, if possible.
oh, I see those diamonds.
Yep. There we go. Lava blocked off. Going away.
I found our zombie friend.
Cool. I found another zombie friend. And oh, and multiple skeletons? Is that what that is? Oh, this connects to where I was before. Oh, hi skeleton. Oh, hi. That was close. Strafing. Ow. Did you come and face me? Dead end. Woohoo.
A safe path to those diamonds has now been carved.
Okay, I will get down there in just a little bit with Picky. So, how are the viewers doing today?
Yeah, we're gonna be shouting a lot of expletives, so we'd like to just check on you folks first.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if you want to shout along with us, if it makes you feel better, feel free. You know,
We won't judge.
we also won't hear it, but you know.
Oh, how rude. Don't run away from me. Get your tiny little undead ass back here.
Presume small zombie.
Yeah, and he came out of nowhere, and then it's like you ran away from me.
Yeah, they have some weird pathing that kind of actually makes them kind of difficult to deal with. Why are you punching it with a cobblestone block?
Because my sword was on the other end of my inventory.
Uh-huh.
This was a dead end. Awesome. Good.
Oh, I found more diamonds over here.
Like, where the other diamonds were?
Don't think so.
Yeah, those are new diamonds. Come on,
Oh,
grab every...
well, that's an ass thing to do. Okay,
Got him?
got those. This is gonna be tough. I need to break this for the time being because I need to do. There's like. Got those. Okay. Oh, there's a lot of obsidian if we ever need that back here.
What was it we were going to build with some obsidian?
Nether, not nether, ender chests.
Ah,
Oop,
that's right. Yes.
I missed the gold.
Well, Jax,
Ooh, and some lapis.
we're definitely a okay way to wake up in the morning.
I mean, I think we've also talked about how you've fallen asleep to us, so if that helps, you know, we understand.
We will not judge.
I don't think Twitch has learned yet to track for that, so.
What? It isn't judgmental like Netflix?
Yep. So I mined the gold, but I never actually went back to grab the gold. So now I'm gonna do that. There we go.
And then when you have a moment, I need you over here, please.
For the diamonds?
more diamonds that I have just discovered.
Holy crap, this one is paying off. Oh, jeez.
Yes, it is.
Well, you have the gold now, apparently. Or not. You apparently do not have inventory space.
No, I don't. I haven't had a chance to fix it. I need you to get the freaking diamonds. Okay, let's see. I don't need zombie meat.
I would have a passive 28 already.
Diamonds?
Yep.
Sweet.
Let me go get the other ones now.
I think I'll live without the string. Definitely live without the spider eyes. I do not need the stack of cobblestone.
Oh, sorry, let me update that. A passive 42 diamonds.
Nice.
This is why I bring Picky. Because Picky
Oh,
is amazing. And has no durability hit at this point because of beautiful, beautiful mending.
Yeah, I got called into work last night after working all last week, so I'm just exhausted. Yeah, no, that would exhaust anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I vaguely remember what that was like back when I was working.
I mean, we appreciate you joining in and, jumping on.
I was collecting the gravel for a reason, honestly.
Do you remember said reason?
Well, yeah, in case we ever come across another, like, lava situation like that, I want to be prepared with something that obeys gravity.
That sounds crazy. This is not lit over here, so let me do that.
Now, I'm collecting some of the coal and the redstone, mainly because I need the experience.
That's fine. I'm just digging up and finding all sorts of stuff up here.
Well, when you have a moment, I could use Picky over here.
For what?
Lapis.
Oh, fair enough. I'll be over in just a second. Just getting some coal I found. Oh, there's more coal up there too. Oh my gosh, this is paying off. We've only gone down one area, I'd like to point out, of this ravine.
I'm fully aware, and then we have to do the other side on the other side of the rail line.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, there's coal on the ceiling if you want to try to get that.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Only about half full so far, which is nice.
Me, not so much, but that's because I kind of overstocked on torches.
Fair enough. That's why I left mine, like I said, in just a pile of coal, because I knew I'd get a bunch of that anyway. Pile of coal and some spruce logs. I think we got everything then, though.
Well, let's just double check, and then we can block it off.
Sure. There's some more gravel over here if you wanted some.
No, I just wanted a stack.
Well, I'm gonna take the rest just because there's literally 2 left.
Yep, I came up here. This is all good.
Oh yeah, because you got this. That's right.
Yep.
I had found it, but then you got it.
Yep.
You
So
got
as
it.
soon as you're out, I'm going to block it off.
Okay. Oh, there's more gravel. Okay, heading. Oh, nope. There's still some over here. Yeah, we didn't get anything back in the beginning portion. That's where we kind of
Yes.
hadn't done
But-
as much.
Alright,
Was
so
there really coal
blocking
here
it
before? I
off.
don't remember there being coal.
There was. I took it.
No, in the area I'm in, like I had already dug stuff out, but for some reason I just didn't notice the coal on the ceiling, and I'm like, that was a lot of coal. I don't know how I didn't see that, but okay.
And this is also done.
There's some iron over here. Some lapis over there. Aw, thanks, friend
Oh.
Elvis.
Well, that means that also he's back from his nether adventures. Hopefully that worked out for you. We didn't see any death notices, so that's always a good thing. Good.
Did you find any wither skulls? Just curious. I didn't think you'd find any, but just in case, you know. Nope, just the blaze rods. Fair enough. Which is good, because actually, if you want to start at all in your areas setting up ender chests, feel free. We have the um, ender pearls for it. Hi. Oh, that's Oh, that was you. I thought it was dropping on me, and I was like, ah, I thought I was safe. I'm very confused why I'm being attacked. But no, you went for more. That's why.
I'm not that far from you.
Okay, I'm thinking I'm actually gonna head back to the station for right now.
Yeah,
Just be
that's
close
actually
by.
probably a good idea. There is a chest right by the station.
Yes. Hi. There's
Hello.
a small chest. I was thinking of making a double for us to throw stuff into.
Fair enough.
Here, I'll do that quick. Why does it sound like a zombie's coming toward us?
Because they're all over this place.
That's
This
right.
this rail station was built in the middle of a ravine. I mean, Elvis, I've got some stuff you can take back if you're heading back to
Yep.
Triad Tower.
Actually, I put it in this chest.
Here, let me add to it.
There's a few diamonds in there. Just a few. Wow, this is so tall. This is crazy.
Anyway, there you go, Elvis. If you're heading back to Triad Station, just don't use the mine carts to transport it. Like, keep it on your person.
Otherwise, might have a cactus situation. Okay, so we went up here. We went down there.
Yes, I'm going to mark this as done.
Should we go up into the left from where you are right now? Oh,
No,
you can ride the cart, Elvis. Don't send the materials in the cart because it will break the cart at the end and it will fall onto the cactus. I
fair enough.
mean, I'm sure somebody did it, which is why he's aware. Oh,
Actually, I haven't done it. I was just assuming. All right, let's go that way and start clearing some of
ooh,
that crap out.
we got some iron from that.
Yay. Anyway, this way.
Cool.
Now, we got a lot of incoming.
Actually sticking a pretty good amount of arrows so far. There's an Enderman above our heads, but I don't think it's looking down at us, so we're probably good for a little bit. You're getting that, okay.
I tried to. Still trying to find the source. There it is. There we go. That should shut that down eventually. And since I'm here, gold!
Yes, and I'm getting some iron that I found. A lot of iron that I found, holy moly.
Now,
Oops.
this actually dead ends, though.
Yes, that you got to the end of the ravine from what I saw.
Yeah.
So Jax, do you at least have today off though? I know you were talking about days off coming up, so. Or did that eat your day off? There we go, got that. Casual 23 iron from those three places. Oop, and there's more
Fair
up
enough.
there. I just even see more up there. Which also has gold, holy moly.
Yeah, I mean, if we follow it up, love, we're gonna find a ton of stuff, but we're not prepared for up.
I mean, I'm not going, I wouldn't say up. I'm just finding stuff in the walls and going that direction. Stuff that's within reach. I think he made it angry.
Oh, I purposely made it angry. He had it coming.
He fell on your sword
He
9
fell on my
times.
sword 10 times.
Okay, cool. I got stuff from up here. It's just there's a spot that had a lot of branches of stuff. Oh, there's another one up there. Can I hit this? Nope. Nope. There you are. Some experience raining from the ceiling. Don't worry about it.
I'm fine with that.
Okay, so you're going that way. Fair enough.
Well, it's done.
Oh, it's done. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
wasn't there an opening a little further past that? Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
That's why I thought you were going that way. So.
Nope. Something's shooting at us.
Oh, yep. It just fell from the water. That is a dead end, so don't worry about it. It has some
Fair
gravel, but
enough.
that's about it.
All right, I think we're done with this side. No, we still have
Creeper.
up here.
Got it.
Thank you.
It was following you, so I wanted to get that.
Actually, I think we're done with this too.
Yeah. Anything we have lit, basically, we finished.
On this side of the tracks.
No, on that side, so I have that lit up there and lit up down there.
No, I'm talking.
Oh, yeah, I get what you're saying. We can also use the waterfall to get up higher, too, which is nice.
No, we could just cut through the other side.
Oh, fair enough. I mean, if that's what you want to do.
I do.
Okay. Sorry, I'm making a few more torches. Apparently I haven't made anything with spruce before in this thing.
Alright, I'm gonna close that off.
Fair enough.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Add them up. Huh. This is so weird.
You might be too far over for the ravine.
Apparently I am. Because, like, I know it's here. I'm the one that built this rail station. I had a bunch of issues with it. Here we go.
Okay, because I'm like, otherwise we can
Nope,
just...
that's just the tunnel I just made.
Yeah, let's go back through this side, hun. And just walk
Fair enough.
over it and build, like, cobblestone usable, you know, not actual stairs, but...
Let me put my pretty rail station back together.
Yep, I know. And I've put the cracked stone into there.
Well, then let's go this way.
That works, however you want to do it.
I just don't want to cut into what I built, that's all.
No, that's fair. I said build over. So, like, you see over here, hun?
Oh, I'm just cutting over it. Ah.
Yep, and now
Well,
I'm up and over. Okay.
I also found some coal while doing that.
There. Yeah, there's some over here.
Which, honestly, my pickaxe really needed this adventure.
Fair enough.
Did you shut off the lava that was here?
There was no lava there.
Oh, good. That means I finally did get it. Burn. Ooh, that was 2 ender pearls on that one.
Yeah, I mean, if you got the looting.
Yeah, all this cobblestone you just passed was meant for I had lava issues while building the rail station.
That's fair. Well, that's all of this.
Something's shooting at me. Is that really all that this is? Oh, I'm so disappointed.
There it is. She stopped stealing all the arrows.
I have arrows to give you.
I'm like, you have infinity. You don't need them.
Oh gosh, I'm really disappointed that that's all this is.
That's also like, I think you're not hitting a ravine because there isn't one to hit.
Well, it's just like, well, there is another one that it connects to. I'll show you in a
Dude,
moment.
finish up all the coal.
Couldn't reach it. Don't be mad.
First world Minecraft problems, not the last call. Oh, hi, zombie. You want to come down here? I'll fight you.
Because remember,
Or
you
not.
also found a small cavern off of the rail line.
Well, yeah, I found one of these caverns that went to this ravine. That's all.
All right. Then I'm
I
going to
mean,
close this off then.
because that's all I found was just more of a. Oh, there's some coal up there. There's some iron. Also, a zombie way up there. Can I kill it from here? Is the question.
Well, I mean, this was not going to be our only spelunking adventure today, so.
Well, I mean, there's still a lot more to discover, though. To be fair, like,
From this one?
yeah, there's levels. And
I guess.
like, there's a bunch of stuff in the walls here
I'm trying to figure out where you are.
above the railway.
There you are.
Ah, careful there, Johnny. That's my foot, and you have claws. Oh, well, now I'm getting a bath, so
Oh.
apparently I'm not clean enough for Mr. Johnny. But yeah, there's a bunch of stuff all around here still. Because all these ravine stuff, the caverns split in between them, so it's all just getting to, you know. And the waterfall is actually a pretty good way for us to get up and down if we wanted.
Yep. Just encountering a lot of dirt.
Yeah, makes sense.
Lots of dirt. And more Endermen.
Oh,
Sorry, I heard it and I just barely saw it in time before it blew.
well, I guess it blew me over and it falls, so I can't be that mad. I'm gonna kill that one on purpose then. I just presumed it was the one you found because I saw one down the way.
Oh no, I didn't even find one.
Hmm, fair enough.
More torches.
I just wanted some directional stuff, you know, so it wasn't like we had to build up on both sides, you know. Hey, mister, this is not the time, okay? This is not the time to look cute on camera like so. Oh. Here, you can go on my lap though if you want. You can be in my lap. There's not room for you up on the desk anymore.
He probably feels that that is a tragedy that needs to be rectified.
Probably, but meh. He'll be fine.
There really is nothing on this level down the rest of the way.
Okay.
I mean, oh, be nice if I didn't fall.
I mean, that's probably a good plan, but I don't know.
It's a squad goal.
But Johnny, that's really not a place for you to sit. But you're
Where's
gonna
he
do
trying?
it. You're gonna do it anyway, aren't you?
Where's he trying to sit?
He's basically sitting between the keyboard and the monitor, and I'm like, well, I guess you're here because you found a spot to sit, and you know what? You're not technically impeding me in playing Minecraft, so I'm okay with this.
Yes, exactly.
And he's definitely trying to chew up all of the notes I gave you for Commander decks, but you know.
And do we try and go up, or do we go for lower hanging fruit in another ravine?
I'd say we could probably keep going up. I mean, hey, mister, you decide you want to be in my lap now?
Oh, yeah, because that way you'll pay more attention to me, Dad.
Because you need to make up your mind here, mister.
I see him. He's below you.
Fair enough.
He's very not happy.
Well, he can't really get to me right now. I also
No.
did this on purpose because Mr. Johnny has decided it'd be a really good idea to literally lay across my hand. Thank you. Hey,
Not a bum.
Mr. Johnny. See, we got people in there. See? We got people over there. So you have to decide, are you going to be here or are you going to go sit in the cat tower? You can choose, but only one of them.
Says you. Yep.
What?
There's easier ways to do this.
Sorry about that, folks. But Johnny decided that he didn't want to leave and he was going to take the mouse with him.
Oh goodness gracious!
Yep, but no, he's now in front of the window because he is being a naughty boy today.
I still love him.
Oh no, I still love him. It's just he's decided that he's not taking no for an answer today, and I'm trying to tell him that's not an option.
Not while on stream.
Okay, so
Doesn't
you went up.
realize that.
How did you? Oh, you just literally did a cobblestone up. Okay.
Don't you dare apologize for that cat. Yeah, I just went vertical up. I mean,
Oh.
there's only so much time I want to spend trying to carve. You alright?
Yeah, I just didn't realize there was still one that I was fighting. And there was a creeper I had to deal with, so it was just kind of like a compounding of holy craps all in one. But yes, don't worry, I'm not apologizing for the kitty. The kitty knows what he's doing. He's now just laying watching outside, which is what I was trying to get him to do earlier, and he just needed a little more force to learn that, apparently. Let's.
Or just firmness.
I mean, he did have
No,
four.
let's not give the impression to our audience that we do things like bad
No, no,
things to our
no.
cat.
Let me explain on that. Flying through the air is a force. That is how physics works. He flew and landed gracefully on top of the cat tower, but just tried to take the mouse with him, which was the graceful portion of it. Hi.
Hi. Looks like you're moving up in the world.
Moving on up. I just thought the water would be an easier way to get up. I don't know.
I also have so much excess cobblestone now at this point that
True, that's fair.
I have to figure out what you're firing at.
Well,
Well,
look.
whatever it is died.
Mike, well, look at the fire, and then you'll know what I'm firing at. And
Really? Seriously?
I believe that was beautiful, and you know it. So do our
You're
viewers.
beautiful. That attempt at a pun, on the other hand.
Hey, it really wasn't a pun.
All right, that attempt at humor and the Geneva Convention.
See, I don't think you can claim the Geneva Convention if you. I'm not so sure you actually know what it is by that saying. The way
Come
you
get your
abuse the
arrow.
kitten heels, you know. It's criminal. But that's so far down there, and it's already despawned.
Oh, has it already? Wow, that was quick, actually.
It's raining coal. Hallelujah, it's raining coal. I'm gonna go out, gonna let myself get absolutely full of dust. It's raining cold.
I found a whole new ravine.
Oh, yay. Why?
Because that's how this works.
No, it just sounds like work.
Actually, there's also a very good chance that this leads into the next one that I was going to bring us to.
Fair enough.
Ooh, lots of iron.
Mm-hmm.
Just what I want.
Oh yeah, we need a lot for, the hoppers and the mine carts and the shears. There's your hint for the auto farm there.
You kind of mentioned it right at the beginning of stream, so it's not like it's a big spoiler.
I haven't mentioned what type it is,
True.
and that was a good hint towards what it is. Although by saying hopper and hopper minecart, that basically describes most auto farms, so I think the shears is really the
Very true.
good hint.
And we're trying to get better at those. We've been
Yeah.
doing our research.
Well, and honestly, it's one of those things that I've gotten to this point in playing Minecraft now where I feel I really should know them offhand. Hi.
Right.
There's some iron above your head over there. Look above the granite, closer to me. Sorry, that's why I was going that direction. I didn't think anyone was handling that, so.
Well, I mean, no, this is where the new cavern is.
Fair enough, well let me try to finish up this level then over here.
Get some lights.
Oh yeah, it's not a very big cavern.
It keeps going.
Well, I'm here at the end of it, so
That end, yes.
fair enough.
My money's on that this runs into the next one.
Fair enough. More iron. Why did you
Oops.
fall?
Because I'm inept. I mean, I don't know what more to tell you.
Fair. Fair.
It's just the way I is.
And I'm telling you.
Do not get us a copyright strike, goddammit.
Well, a girl can dream.
Oh, I should slap you. I should slap you so hard.
I don't know what you're talking about. Don't know. Yeah, you seem to be having some issues. Probably should work those out. What did I find over here? Is this just like an empty area? Oh, no, no, no. That's starting another cavern, possibly?
I have no idea where you are now at this point.
That's the point. There's no knowing where I'm going. Oh, it's a very mini cavern. Okay, well, I might as well just loot the rest of it then.
One dead creeper. Hiya, Johnny.
He's given up on me now. He's now after you.
Oh, hi. Oh.
There's a golden pickaxe with silk touch that we have up near the crafting table, or the enchantment table, sorry, brain. So if you wanted to use that to move them, or you might need diamond with silk touch, don't you?
Maybe. I
Yeah.
don't know. All I know is I've become a cat jungle gym.
Yep, because I wouldn't. So now it's your turn.
Oh, look. Is that the poppy?
Yeah, the poppy that wouldn't play with me. Now, any
Poppy.
pickaxe? Yeah. So there's a golden one then that you could use. That we're probably not going to use much for else. That's up in the enchanting area. It'll break pretty quickly, so I might as well use it for this.
Anyway, where was I?
Oh, cool. Well, I mean, all of us can access the same ender chests and get different results, though. So I mean, we don't need one for each of us. I just want it in different areas so we all can access it wherever.
We need like one per location, so
Yeah.
having multiple is a great idea.
Yeah, we should still have multiple. I'll just, you know, it's more for the areas. Do we have that much obsidian really on hand, or had you just?
Yes, I did. One of our branch mines had like a lava pool.
Fair enough.
Yeah, no, I easily made a stack of obsidian just by doing some mining because it was in my way.
That's fair. Okay, are there any other like caverns up here? I don't think so.
I still have the one I'm in.
Well, I meant more like in our original one before I moved on. Is what I'm trying to do. Because once we move on, we're probably not doing much more with this one. So I'm trying to like check to see, is there anything I need to know? I need to know. Well, it's almost level 27, so that's pretty good. Let's see. Anything else over here is the question. Yeah, 'cause I still have a little room. I'm more just trying to make sure there's not anything exposed that we're missing. I think you're muted.
You are right. Sorry, I was talking to Alex.
Nope, that's fine.
Uh, I mean, that's what we're in here, though, is for the low hanging exposed fruit.
I take this fruit as a challenge. Yep, this looks like this is the end. I see some coal, but it's not worth just getting up to that. So, yep, we'll just head back over then and head to where you are.
Well, actually, I'm about to finish where I'm at.
Okay. Well, then I will head back to the lobby.
Oh, yeah.
Whee! And down the naturally generated water elevator. And we've now gotten a lot of cobble, because that's how that works.
I mean, didn't you use a lot of our cobble
I've been using a fair
recently?
amount, yeah, but... Oh, don't need to put that in there. Oop, and a bit more of that, some of that. Oh, I got a bow. That actually is helpful. I'm gonna need a few of those for that, you know, auto farm thing I was talking about. Just might. Then we
All
should...
right, are you ready to? Yes.
Sorry, am I ready to what?
Well, I mean, I'm about to close up that.
Yeah, go for it.
Are you ready to move on to the next one, or do you want to do something else real quick?
I mean, maybe we should put away our stuff that we grabbed.
I did.
No, like, put it away in...
Oh.
So you
All right,
grab
I'll take the iron and the coal.
you grab as much as you can, and then I'll grab some, and I'll grab the bow for sure, because I'm actually gonna need that.
Actually, do me a favor, run the zombie meat up to
Yeah.
into the branch office.
Okay. Do you have everything you can get?
Not everything I can get, no. Just everything I want to get.
Well, if you're heading back there, you might as well get as much as
All
you
right,
can.
now I'm full.
Cool. I'll grab the rest and the chests, and we'll head on to our next location for spelunking.
Which, I mean, just to give you an idea, the next location is we're gonna walk down the rail line between more doors and uh the welcome center.
Okay. Oh, it's nighttime. I probably should go to bed. But yeah, like I was saying though, friend of us, like an ender chest, for instance, the branch office, an ender chest at Triad Tower, and one at the auto farm, and one at that kind of stuff is what I mean, in terms of spreading it out, because then you can access that stuff anywhere. So you can put food in there in case there's issues, or backup armor, gold pants. Oh, fair enough. I mean, we could always move them, but I mean, general spots are pretty good, and I think Belmont has a silk touch thing now, so.
I got a couple of them. I mean, well, my shovel is silk touch automatically. I've also got let's see. There's a silk touch golden pickaxe. There's a silk touch axe somewhere.
Sorry, I had a skeleton on the way to Triad Tower. Back to put this all away. We're gonna be very, very, considerate spelunkers. We're going to archive and label all of our findings in the chests that they should go in.
We're not
We're
archaeologists,
we're
dude.
cleaning up our areas and not leaving waste. That's very responsible spelunking. And the bow should go over here, because I'm going to... Wait, nope, no it shouldn't. There is no room in that chest anymore.
Is the weapons chest full?
The tools chest.
Oh no, I've been putting bows in actual weapons.
I know, I wasn't... I was more looking at that, like, holy crap. I know you've been putting bows in there. I stole all of them yesterday.
Oh, they need to go somewhere.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna have to actually go down. I'm actually thinking I should do this now. I should go and disenchant some of the stuff. I'm not gonna do it now, but basically I need to disenchant some of the stuff that is in the fishing chest, because we're not using it. It's pretty obvious. So unless there's something that's pretty crazy, I'm probably just gonna go and do that. But otherwise, I am set for it. So you said go to between.
Well, wait for me.
Oh, well, fine.
I'm not done. You gave me all the crap to put away, so I'm putting away all the crap.
Yeah, I was just laughing because I beat you here despite going to the village first.
Oh no, you're looking at my second trip back, love.
Oh. Okay.
I've been getting stuff in blast furnaces all over the place.
Oh yeah, because there's that whole thing of the actual items.
Like I'm actually having to put away ore at the moment.
Fair enough.
Alright, andesite.
Oh, here's some ingots. I'll take that out for you.
Granite.
Take, And you know what? Let's go ahead and get that going with it too. Why not?
Okay, I just need to put away one thing of coal.
Fair enough.
Actually, love, do you have any villager trades that you want to do?
Not right now, no, because I did the golden carrots. I did a bunch of stuff. Why?
It's just gonna take a very short break.
We could take a break. We're at an hour in. We could do a break.
Are we? Alright.
Yep.
Let's just take a very quick break.
Yep. So, the community that is watching, we will be right back in just a little bit. And stay tuned. Feel free to put in questions for us when we get back.
Alright.
And we're back! I do it right as he's yawning because it sounds funny then.
Yeah.
So let's jump back into Minecraft. Still getting used to that transfer screen of talking, so all that jazz. But thanks for sticking with us as we be humans and exist. I need more arrows now though, because now I've been using a bunch.
You want some of what I've got on me?
I'll leave it up to you.
I have
You
an
can put them back in
infinity
there.
bow.
You can put them back in there. I just took from the reservoir. Oop, and it's almost nighttime now, so I might go upstairs and go to bed before we do what we do.
Yeah, that'd probably be a good idea.
And I'm actually at level 27, so I'm probably gonna hit level 30 when we finish this one. Well, of course I have peace tea now, because that's just me.
Hashtag non-spawn.
Mm. At this point, I'm trying to sponsor them. I think at this point, just.
Through our hard labors.
Okay, so we had to go to somewhere between here. So I need to go down to the railway. So
Yep.
we.
Either go. Yeah, because you gotta go down to the railway, and then
We
we're gonna walk down the second leg of that rail.
walk down the second. Okay, so I can take the cart in the first. Okay,
Yes.
cool. Awesome. But yes, so. Nope, we're just doing our nice. Sitting. Why? What the? What? No!
What?
So it looks like there's a minecart in the middle of the area for some reason.
That's weird.
Because I started going backwards suddenly, and I was like, that's not good. Let me go make sure I fixed stuff back there. Yes, I am running away from the station that I was going to then check to see how that's looking. Yes, but yeah, there's a minecart in the middle for some reason. So must have been something with chunk loading and didn't like stuff
Must
or
have
something.
been.
But I'm heading over there now. And yes, I can sing the Beatles because we live on a street that's named after the Beatles, so that's obviously how that works. Oh, that's why this didn't
Oh.
this didn't fully get up there.
No, somehow the minecart for the other rail line screwed it up.
There we go. Cause I was just like, that explains why there's something backwards. Um, let's see.
There we
There's
go.
if
All right.
I throw this onto there, it should go in there. Cool.
Yep.
Cool.
Although that was the wrong one, but okay.
Well, I just put it into one of them. I don't know.
Yeah, but they're line specific. Automating this shit is hard.
Okay. Oh jeez. I can jump up
Plus,
stuff.
is running, jumping, climbing trees
Apparently, running
proving
and
to?
jumping is not something I can do right now, which is probably not good to run into places with monsters that are also doing the same thing. So.
So this is part 2 of our 3-part spelunking journey.
Yes, because the third one we're counting is the one that I'm talking about, right?
No, I guess then it's a 4-part because I've still got a third.
Okay, well let me put a chest in here. Let's do some spelunking. Unless it's the same one. Oh my goodness. Nope, it's not the same one. This one's crazy.
Yeah, and my third one can't be your same one. There's nothing down there. I already did that section
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
myself. Well, I had asked you and you had declined that day to.
Fair, fair.
Actually, there's another way to get down there that I think is a little easier. Over here.
Fair enough.
Thank you for the lighting, my love.
Mm-hmm. Oop, I might just cut off our escape. There we go. There we go.
And then apparently there's more of it over if you go under the rail line over this way, but there's a lot of lava issues.
Yeah, I was noticing you had blocked it off, so I presumed it was something that we
I
weren't
was
handling.
building a rail line. I had places to be.
There we go. I'm gonna block off a little bit of this water. Not the one that goes up, but the one from the side. Just so we don't have holy water. Or holy
No pun
lava.
intended.
Holy water. Lava, whatever I'm trying to say. Are you okay if I just make this obsidian? I don't see an issue with that.
I don't see an issue with that either. I mean, other than the lighting. I mean,
Oh,
but
fair.
we'll live without it.
Well, I just did it for part, because I don't think we should be going for one block thing when, you know, we keep being shot at from whatever direction.
Or it's raining zombies.
Exactly. That's the only problem I have with, like, the current state of it.
Or iron.
I found some lapis.
Oh yeah, I left that for you.
It was not exposed, so I found the
Oh,
second thing of lapis, and I found what you were also talking about, but... Oops. Wrong thing. Put that away. I guess now I can walk across here without a problem. Ooh, diamonds.
oh, did you really?
Yeah, it was under the coal.
Nice.
We have a follower. Kenna EXE, I'm gonna go with that. Thank you so much for following and joining us today. Hello. Uh, we do really appreciate it because we are still a bit small, you know, but you know we hope that we can bring you some joy today with some Minecrafting and you know make a nice Sunday afternoon, you know, background or kind of whatever you're feeling. Feel free, you know, if you have any questions or anything, let us know. I know we're still kind of working out some stuff with the website and making everything look nice, so there may not be everything covered right now in the interim. Of course.
And we're doing a decent job.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you are. I haven't done a ton on that.
Yeah, you're the talent, love.
No, I am the moral support and psychiatrist.
And you're the on-air talent. I could. Do you mind if I pick up some lapis, or are we? I mean, are we hurting for it for the?
I mean, we're not hurting, but I also don't see a reason why I shouldn't.
All right.
I'm
Then
following your
can I?
path, though, so.
All right. Yes.
I've been grabbing stuff behind you, but I just wasn't going as fast as you.
Well, I was going for the
Are you a famous YouTuber because you look like one? I'm curious who I look at like. I mean that I'm probably fairly basic, which might be why. We do have a YouTube channel, but I would not call us famous on that respect by anyone. But if I have a doppelganger, let me know, because that would be a fun collaboration then at some point.
Let's put it this way: we
To
get
mix.
excited when we have a YouTube viewer that isn't one of our mothers.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
did you get that whole pit down
I
there?
passed some gold. Uh-oh. Well, thank you. Where did I pass that?
Wouldn't have been down here.
Oh, I did pass it earlier, yes. Okay, I think I know what you're talking about, yes. So what we often do, and it kind of is probably not great to watch, but what we do is we'll kind of run, because I think you're talking about this, we'll kind of run further in because basically, one, he was yelling at me to get the lapis, but two, because then we can kind of secure it and make sure we're not going to be killed by monsters on the way. Um, it makes for viewing a little being a little weird because obviously we're just passing by stuff, but I think that was the gold you were talking about. Which thank you, because there's a lot to look at this point. So, but mainly this run seems to be a lot of looking for iron, diamonds. Lapis is kind of just happening as a result. Um, we don't really need coal anymore, but yep, okay, cool, that was the one. Awesome, as I thought. I think that's this whole path though. Yep, they're back out now. And back to the darkness. Yep, because here's the cavern, or ravine. I kind of call this a ravine more, based on it. Cavern I feel is more blocked off, but this is kind of the one we're working on right now. Just because, we decided a little bit of, spelunking is not a bad idea right now. Just to kind of
And
try something.
honestly, our last episode, or our last stream, um, involved a lot of running around and traveling.
Yep.
Like a lot.
Because
So we
that's
decided
when we went after the jungle, right?
no, that's when we did the Woodland Mansion.
Oh, that's right, where you learned how far away it is. Can you give me advice on how to be a Twitch stream? Um, we can. I wouldn't take ours too much. Basically, it's kind of finding a niche of what you want to do. I mean, gaming is a big part of it, and that's what often is done. But I mean, if that's not the thing you want to do, that's totally fine.
Actually, one of the people that we're huge fans of, she's a ukulele person on Twitch, or the Double Clicks, for example, of
Yeah.
they just do their music. They just do cello.
Yeah. So I mean that's kind of once you find that now I mean we do gaming on ours on purpose and cuz that's where our stuff is. Yeah, no, it's Twitch is a lot more than just gaming. It's just it started with gaming, which is why a lot of people know it that way, but I've seen a lot of baking
Actually,
streams lately. Um
actually, hold on.
but otherwise in terms of tips, generally the best thing to do is um, kind of get your social media presence going as well, because we've actually had a fair amount of people finding us through our social media, so our Instagram, our Facebook, our especially our Twitter, 'cause that's what Belmont does a lot of. Because like for instance, we now I think I could probably mention it because I think it's a thing. The 14th, what's happening on there?
No, not
Not
yet.
yet, not
That
yet.
looks.
Okay, but basically
We
there
haven't gotten confirmation.
yeah, we have a possibility of something happening in mid-September, um, basically because someone found us on Twitter and they were like, "Hey, we want to do stuff."
I'm on Twitter.
Or no, you found them on Twitter, that's right. But I mean, they've now followed us, and that's part of it. And so a lot of it comes with that, because that's where a lot of people are just chatting nowadays. That's where the people have the time. You don't get as much chatting on Twitter with people. I mean, people when they're streaming, there's not a whole lot they can do to like talk generally. Like we're different because we're just doing lazy Minecraft. But some people are doing kind of more intense games or things, and so that's why you can sometimes have it where, you know. Another thing is honestly to do a lot of research on streaming itself
Yes,
because
which
that was one thing
I
I
was
did a
about to
lot of.
mention.
Yeah, I did a lot of looking into, okay, do we want to use Streamlabs versus do we want to, oh, 1 second. Do we want to use Streamlabs? Do we want to use a different software? Basically, I already use OBS a bunch, so Streamlabs are kind of doing, oh, we're your favorite? Oh, well, thank you. Basically,
Pixel up.
huh?
Quirky Pixel. I'm trying to break into this
No,
conversation.
not allowed. But yeah, I'm getting to that because that's a YouTube kind of side thing. But generally knowing that is going to help because, for instance, there's stuff we found recently that we've been looking at. We're like, oh, that's how that works. Um, or we've watched other streamers and we're like, how do we do that? And then like a week later, we're like, oh, we actually looked into it and it literally told us here on this help page. So a lot of that is very important. Um,
Cavern up here.
oh, there is, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, another one, as you were mentioning, kind of is videos we've been watching is Quirky Pixel. It's someone who was doing mostly video editing, but broke into Twitch streaming through kind of Stardew Valley, which is another one of our favorite games. Um, she does some YouTube videos that are actually really descriptive because she's done a lot of research more into how Twitch works, rather than just the idea of just jumping in and streaming, but kind of the background of okay, what does it mean to make affiliate? What's a good way to do so? What are some things that you know based on analytics that she's seen, that people will watch or not watch. So that's kind of a direction you can go is look up, what other people have done. Honestly, watching streamers, watching, uh, that's where a lot of my knowledge comes from is just watching other streamers. Being a Twitch fan kind of makes you better for streaming on Twitch.
Also, a YouTube channel called Alpha Gaming that also has a lot of good advice on that. I mean, the honest truth of it is, we're not doing this for money. We don't plan on this ever making money. Did you piss off an Enderman?
Maybe, but I found iron in the way. But see, there's Ender Pearl now. Yeah, I found some iron in the way.
Yeah, no. So like, Alpha Gaming had some real good things, but again, the one thing that I wish that we had been mentally prepared for with Twitch streaming is that you're going to have a lot of what we call shouting into the void.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to have tons of streams where you don't have streamers. Like, we're lucky if we have 3 people watching our stream at the same time that aren't robots of some
Actually,
kind.
yeah, right now we actually have a record of 5 I'm seeing on viewers. That is weird for us. And part of that I think is just that's why I was kind of going with the finding your niche because we have Minecraft is our most played game and we play it once a week out of our 4 streams this week, for instance. You don't want to set on one game, especially one that oh, that's fair. Yeah, there's a lot to think about it. But you don't want to set on one game, especially one that's very popular. So, one that we like playing, we have streamed it, is Magic the Gathering Arena. We're big Magic the Gathering people. But there are so many people doing Magic the Gathering Arena streaming right now that it's really not great to use that for discovery. There's just so many people doing it that you kind of get to a point of where you're not being found because there's so many people on the list, people aren't getting far enough down in the category to find you. Whereas, and this is where Quirky Pixel talked about it a lot, streaming Stardew Valley, although there are a lot of people that watch Stardew Valley just based on it being kind of calming in that direction, there aren't as many people streaming it. And so finding that game that you love to do but also is not very saturated on Twitch will mean that you show up a lot higher in a list. If there's only 10 people streaming, even though you only have a couple viewers, you're going to show up on the list pretty high up. Where are we going?
I thought this was leading to a cavern, but it's
Oh,
apparently not.
fair enough. Oh,
I'm
jeez.
in it. I think that's a cavern, right? Is there? No, I'm wrong. Don't mind me. I'm insane.
That's okay. I'm just headshotting a zombie. Bye.
Um, another thing, uh, another thing that we've learned, and please keep in mind, we have been streaming for a month and a half. We are I have to put this disclaimer on there. We are not experts. We're just telling you what we have learned.
Yep. Based on our experiences.
Our limited experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing is, like, for example, we have our channel here, Triad Gamers, and what's really been helpful is having a non-channel viewer, as in somebody else. For example, I now have at least one viewer. It might be me on my phone, but I have at least one viewer.
Yeah, because the thing is that in the list for Twitch, you actually show up based on how many viewers you have. So it actually makes sense to have somebody watching. Now, of course, we have a little different because we have the Triad Gamers channel, which is all of us, and we have our own viewing channels that we have set up. So it's a little different.
Using long before we created the Triad
Yeah,
Gamers channel.
but we just wanted to kind of get to the same channel because then everyone could just follow one channel instead of having to follow us all separately. So that's kind of one benefit to that. But if you have, someone that can just put their, set their Twitch to watching you with sound, because a lot of people don't realize that if you mute it in any way, it is not Twitch knows that you're not actually listening. So that's very important. But basically, if you have just someone watching, that already ups your chances so much by having 1, 2 people watching your stream.
don't be afraid to ask your family and friends,
Yeah.
hey, can you tune in for a little bit? Or just come and chat and say hi.
Yeah.
Like, when we started doing this, the idea was honestly what the real impetus for us to start streaming was the fact that Nick talks to himself while playing games anyway.
Yeah.
Now we're just recording it
Basically.
and sharing it with complete strangers.
Mhm.
But it's like this is our gaming journey. We're just kind of taking you along with it, and that mindset's really helped. Because if you set out to, yeah,
Well, that's part of it. I mean, that's why we always say, hey, if you found us, you'll find what not to do. I mean, we like to think of our branding of it as less of a, here, this is what you should do, and more of a, oh, hey, here's, us just trying to game. We're just basic humans trying to make it there in gaming. I might have found a place where you've
I
dug up.
I like to think of myself as anything but basic. Thank you very much. But
No, we're basic. At least I can admit it, apparently. But yeah, and I mean, part of it also comes with people that are joining. Like we have Jax, who was joined earlier. They're pretty frequent viewer kind of thing. What was I missed what friend Elvis said.
Elvis
Yeah, I'd
had actually a
recommend
great piece of advice. Yeah.
get a feel for it. Yeah, so you definitely want to check a lot of different streams there. Oh yeah, no, this one's fine. Okay. Yeah, there definitely are some that that aren't as good and that are still streaming. It's just finding you there's a difference between copying someone else and watching a bunch of streams just to get inspiration. Like today, actually at lunch, we were watching Amy the Amazonian, who's one of our more favorite collectible card game, I'll say, because she does Runeterra and Magic
Oh, yeah.
Arena.
Does she actually do Runeterra, or does she just know Runeterra?
No, she does Runeterra, like sometimes half the stream. But and that's actually why I kind of got more into Runeterra as I was watching some of her. But basically, I actually looked over to Belmont and said, "Hey, do you see what she's doing? Do you see why I do that? It's basically like you could see the inspiration I had taken from her. Um, creeps for whatever
Not a
reason.
copy.
It was not copying. It was more of a like, hey, do you see why I do this? Because I just thought this was cool when I was watching her stream. It's not me copying what she's doing. It's just that kind of thing. But yeah, you apparently said creeps, which apparently was picked up by the automod. That's why we have the allow feature. So the fact that we allowed it means you're totally fine. Don't worry about it. But yes, it because we don't have moderators because we're not very big to the point where moderators have decided they want to volunteer for us. Um, or we haven't put applications out either for anything like that. But basically, we use the automod feature, and that's why sometimes it can get picked up like that. Like the other day, it picked up burn, which you can see why it picked up burn, but at the same time, it was like nothing to do with what the issue would go. Can you go to the surface world? Yeah, we can in a bit. We're just kind of checking this out. And you can kind of see some of our stuff. We have a village called Mordors, just because we kept adding more doors to it, to the point where now it is basically a blossoming metropolis. I'm just trying to get back. Yep.
I'm near full, so I could take a trip back to Triad Tower.
I mean, yes, it's just you taking the trip won't do much.
No, I mean you'd have to come with me, obviously,
Yeah.
since you're the one streaming.
Sorry, I just found more coal. But yes, we could definitely go up in just a little bit. Yeah, hey Jax. Yes, we have can I call you Ken or Kenna? I can do Kenna EXE, but I wanted to make sure that if there's a short way I can refer to you and give you a nickname. Then you'll know I'm referring to you all the time. Let's see. I gotta figure out how I get down now. I can't even remember how I get up. I think from the water. Yeah, I
There's
got up
this,
from the
yeah,
water. That's what I got up from.
going down.
There we go.
Okay, it's
Just
meeting.
have just get Nightbot. I have no. So we do have. We're working with what is the one that the chatbot for Streamlabs? I don't remember exactly what it calls itself. Which I actually don't have open funny enough right now. But that one, um, we've kind of been experimenting with that one because that one came with Streamlabs. So that was kind of our direction first to be like, okay, let's try this one out. Um, but Nightbot's definitely an option I've seen very popular. I've seen MooBot is another one that a lot of people use. We're just trying the chat box. We don't do a lot of stuff. Is this the same cave? No, this is a different one than you last talked about, Jax. This is our second of four possible. We're realizing that we all talked about that we were kind of merging into them.
Half done, I think.
But yeah, this one's down further the branch of stuff. But yeah, we have chatbot, which actually, if you're watching, I can kind of open that because I actually don't have it open right now. So I'll just open that up.
I'm gonna head back to Triad Tower.
Okay, I'm gonna follow you. Just wanted to open up chatbot. We didn't really use the chest, so I'm just gonna grab it.
Yep.
So I think we're done with this one. There isn't a lot of exposed caverns or anything, so.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm still walking out with like 25 gold and near a stack of iron. So.
Yep.
I mean, I'll need to come back off stream and finish up this railway.
Yeah, but now we know we can kind of block that off and not feel too weird about it.
That's why I did
not
it
leave
the way I did
some good old iron or coal on the table.
And then, I mean, since we have a new viewer who's interested, why don't you take the viewer on the tour of
I can go
Tower, and then I'm gonna.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to go do my thing.
Sure. Yeah, I can kind of explore a bit, and feel free to check out our YouTube channel. It's generally linked because that's where we have some of our older videos of streams, just in case you want to see how we made something or kind of what went into one. One of those should kind of show you. Yeah, why don't I go up from the village side? Yeah, that sounds good. I'll kind of make my way over. So let's see. So I'm going to come up on what we call the branch office for Mordor's, which is the village that's pretty close to where our home base is and spawn, but we kind of separate on purpose. But yeah, there are a lot. Let me see if I have kind of a good vantage point. I don't think so, but basically this is Mordor's. There's a lot of these buildings that were built by Elvis and Belmont. Let's see, yeah. And then it kind of goes into a Darkwood Forest, and there's a bunch of sugarcane stuff and things. And a little room over there with a bunch of profession tables that we kind of got going to kind of get more of these villagers, because the villagers keep procreating. And we have a lot of unprofessioned villagers right now. To kind of go, what do I play on Xbox? We actually don't have an Xbox.
Anymore.
I'm not anymore, right? I'm not a big console player, and both Belmont and Alex, who play more console gaming, generally go towards the PlayStation just for its capabilities in just show watching and a lot of different features. It's just like the preference, like versus Android and Apple kind of preferences.
Honestly, it's because the damn thing kept just red ring of death.
Also that too, yeah. No, just that the last that we had would have been an Xbox 360. And it's just, yeah, we haven't seen, there hasn't been a reason to get both a PlayStation and an Xbox, and the PlayStation has been the one that we've kind of done more. How do you go to link? There should be, depending on how you're watching us, there should be in our About section, there should be a YouTube link in there, I believe.
Actually, no. Otherwise, you can also catch all of them on our website as well.
You could go to trygamers.com, and that way you can kind of find out everything there on our landing page. But otherwise, we have kind of some foresty areas to kind of get some of the wood that we have. You can kind of see the end of the village there. There's a lot of iron golems too, which is part of it. I might heal some of them. Some of them are looking a little beat up, but they keep spawning, so I don't know. Yeah, with iron.
Somebody asked about. I'm super shui, bro. Yes.
Yes. Someone did ask.
Friend Elvis is fine. Yes. Jax asked about Friend Elvis, which Elvis is a permanent cast member to this particular stream. The only reason we refer to him as Friend Elvis is we just didn't want people to get confused that he was the third boyfriend.
Yep. We got a little bee area here with some honeycomb and a smiley face. This was kind of Elvis's big project to get this all together, which we appreciate because there's just a lot of honey now, basically constant honey.
Actually,
Um,
I'm not sure if you caught that Elvis said that his other big project is worth a peek.
okay, and we can definitely look into that in a bit. Then we kind of had where our original farming area was over here on top of, because we kind of were near a swamp, so it was easy just to put the stuff over the water. So we have some stuff down here, not as much as elsewhere, but and a little flowery area, for them. We have a stable over here. As you can see, we have animals, but a lot of people see animals. I usually just skip over it. And then we have some horses in here. I got mine, which is Nightmare. There is Destiny, which is Elvis's. We have some llamas that like to spit, and then we have an unnamed horse that's Belmont's because he hasn't decided to give it a name. Um,
Finder.
I do not see anything, so. Oh, you fixed the hot tub so it doesn't light things on fire? That's fair. Speaking of the hot tub, which is being mentioned,
After
basically
Nick blew it up.
a creeper blew it up. Don't give me that. But yeah, there's just a little hot tub in here. Um, oh, did you just put the fire further down then, basically, Elvis? I'm going to presume so. We will go that way.
Presume so what?
But I don't think
Sorry,
it was
my
that
headset.
fire that did it. Fair enough. There might have been something else. Um, and then over here, uh, let's see. We have the Welcome Center, which is very large and I think technically unfinished according to Belmont still. Um,
Just needs to be stocked
it is
and
basically what
decorated a little.
I call it the Hall of Lanterns. For no particular reason. Um, but yeah, there's ideas where basically the idea behind it is there's beds, there's all the profession tables that might be needed. There's gonna be some storage eventually. Yeah, he did this before we had scaffolding. We had not found bamboo or a jungle yet, so this was just him being him.
And I
Um,
only died once.
only did once, yes. But the other thing that I know Belmont's thinking of doing at some point, although this is definitely not a stream project, is eventually he wants to actually try out making a map on the wall. Um, I have done it before. I was not planning on doing it for this one, so he decided he might, which I wish him well on. That I leave up to him, because it's a bit of an experience to get that all set. Um, let's see. Oh, it's nighttime. I might as well go to bed while in here. But yeah, it sounds like you've gotten kind of. It sounds like you have YouTube kind of down on that. Then if you're getting some views there, so translating that to Twitch is not too hard. I mean, hell, Smosh is doing it right now. Um, they're starting up a Twitch channel this week, so it's really just kind of translating and understanding the difference between what would go into a YouTube video that you can kind of edit, you can plan out on, whereas a Twitch stream, which is a lot more spontaneous and more kind of discussion based with the community. It's kind of just balancing that, and that's part of, as we're talking about, kind of ideas for what you want to do.
I mean, if you're looking to help move or have your audience move onto Twitch as from YouTube, to share both of those spaces with you, don't hesitate to make a YouTube video saying, "Hey, I'm also going to be on Twitch now." I
Yeah.
mean, that's the way to do it.
But then we'll go up here, and then here is Triad Tower. There's friend Elvis. Yep. Basically we have this big tower that Belmont wanted to make as kind of the home base for our server stuff at the moment. Now one of the big things
It's
is,
our head office.
yeah, it's basically the head office. Is that we've kind of moved a lot of the farming up here, so you can kind of see that there's every type of crop except melons up here. The melons are just
Yep.
down below because there's only so much space without making it too cluttered. But basically got all of that going. Do we have beets up here? Yeah, we have beets up here, right?
Uh,
Maybe not. Maybe that's just down below too.
Beetroot? Yeah, we do.
Oh, we do have it up here. Okay.
Yeah.
And then we kind of head in. We got some beds. We got a lot of dogs and cats because we've just kind of been doing that way. Your fans are angry. What? Like for you going on Twitch? I guess I'm confused by what's going on. But we have basically a lot of food up here. It's kind of the kitcheny area. Of course, we have the tower portion you saw from before, which we can fall into a kelp pond of sorts. Over here we kind of have an officey area for meetings where we put some stuff that we're thinking about on the board, as well as our enchanting area, which I'm still thinking of updating to the other view I saw. But I would just have to move some lanterns, and I didn't want to do that yet. Let's see. Basically, then we have storage area, which at least overworld storage area, because there's too much to play with. Like too many games to play. I guess I'm confused by. Um, and then down here we have a nether portal with some storage for some nether stuff, just because I can't play with. Oh, fair enough. Oh, balancing like they want to play with you on what you're doing. Gotcha. Okay, I see what you're saying now. Yeah, I mean that's a balance where you kind of like we haven't had that, but we've had the discussion of like people asking to be on this server. Right now we're kind of at the point where we're still just building up, and that's kind of where we've taken that stance of there really isn't that opportunity to play that some people might want with us. We kind of just have it out there. We're more than willing to chat about things in the future, but right now we're kind of just still building. But here's the dock area, kind of I was talking about in that tour. And then we're kind of coming back around to the farm where we have a fishing dock of sorts. Then just kind of our farming storage, sort of, kind of just chests around just in case we need them. And an automatic composter because
Jesus.
I don't like trying to compost 5 stacks of seeds because it just takes too long.
Oh, Jesus.
What?
Elvis, what have you done?
Oh, did you see his project?
Yes.
Okay,
I
well,
love it. I mean, I love it, but it's just so bizarre.
let me put away some stuff first. And then I will head that way. Because I just need to put away some stuff. Must expand before more come in. Must expand before more come. Oh, expand his project? I guess I'm confused. I am really confused today. Sorry, sorry everybody. I'm having trouble keeping up. But that sounds like me. So I also just realized we have 8 Eyes of Ender now. That must have been
Yeah.
from. Well, I didn't think we had made any, but then I was like, oh yeah, we had um the Ender chests and things that we were doing. Put away a lot of this coal. Take that back. Some redstone. Can I give you shout out? Yeah, you could talk to us on YouTube. I see no problem with that. Basically, I mean, there's a lot of shoutouts happening on Twitter for us at this point in the D&D communities because Belmont's been chatting with them a lot. So, I'd feel free to mention us if you want, and
Please do
preferably in
mention
a
that we.
neutral or higher. But if you don't like
Yeah,
us, fair enough. we
I
we
will.
will understand. But yeah, we are Triad Gamers across all. So in case you're kind of referring people to us at all, that would be kind of the direction to see. Let's see. Let's grab. Where are you? There you are. Yeah, I mean, feel free. I mean, but yeah, we've actually been doing a lot of content creator shoutouts on the website. Just people that we've found as we've been going around and trying to find our niche audiences and such. Because I mean, generally at this point, what we're trying to find is just try to find our flow, and by watching others and seeing what they do, we kind of do see a lot. Even listening to podcasts or you know watching some mainstream stuff. You just kind of find, okay, why did that work? Why does that make sense? And you just kind of have to keep questioning yourself and pushing yourself a bit to, you know. I think you're muted again, hun.
I'm having some tech issues. I need to mute you for a moment.
Okay,
I'll be right back.
sure. Think I found your doppelganger. Yeah, there. If you want to leave a name in the chat, I think links get picked up by the automod, just in case of people spamming something. But if you have a name on YouTube that I can check out, let me know. I'm curious. I actually did have this is a funny story actually to share because I don't think I've shared it yet on stream. But at my work that I'm still at currently, I've been there over 4 years now. But basically, my current work there actually was somebody for a few years who worked the second shift on processing side. Um, basically they looked like me, and then I found out later they actually went to the same church as my dad, which was weird. And so he knew about it too, and it was just getting very bizarre. But yeah, basically it was I had gotten mistaken a bit for him sometimes, because he had been there longer than I had, and well, and also his dad was in the executive team for a period of time. So it was kind of a like people knew him a lot more than they would know me for sure. But it was definitely a weird circumstance that I did not expect. Okay, I need to get a little more experience. So while Belmont's out, I might do a little fishing, or maybe I'll go do some trading. I'll do some trading with villagers. That's probably good. Cause I'm level, cause I want to get to level 30 basically before we do too much more. Cause then you can go get an enchantment and you don't waste levels and you know all that fun jazz. So we'll just have some fun there. And that way, actually, I can also heal some of my tools and armor. Because at this point, I don't have any damage on my armor, it looks like, but my tools took a little bit from our stuff. Oh yeah, that's a fair question, Belmont. Yeah, some mending. I'm actually curious how that's having issues. Eventually, they'll come back up. We should get to level 30 pretty quick with this. But yeah, we're hitting almost the halfway point in our stream usually, so we'll probably head over to some more spelunking sooner, or to Ellis's project. We'll see. But, ooh, another name tag. We actually do need more of those. Name some villagers that we don't want to despawn or things. Go to bed. Yes, yeah, I'm doing a little fishing. I hate to leave myself at a half level to 30. Like, it's just, it's just something that, you just want to kind of get to 30, get the enchantment, and lose the 3 levels at that point, so you don't just keep stacking up levels that are less and less efficient. I mean, hell, I was watching a video and it was just cringing the whole time because it's actually cool. I mean, if you want to look it up, it's a Minecraft survival guide that I can't remember the YouTube name, but I was watching it a bit just to kind of get some of the auto farms I was thinking of doing, get some ideas for them, and just the video I was watching, they were at level 107, which is probably due to an experienced farm of some sort or something, but my brain was just screaming like, "Oh, you should be getting enchantments. Oh no, it's so high." Like it's just my brain just couldn't compute having that high because I mean I've hit like 50 before and felt like okay, I'm wasting my levels. But after each level, actually, it takes more experience to get to the next level. So think very much like RPG style, where the first level might be 100, and that's 200 experience to get to the next level. You kind of have that where it's increasingly taking more XP to get to the next level. And as a result, if you don't spend it, you're just leveling up further. So the amount of experience it takes to get from, let's say, level 5 to 6 is much less than it takes to get from 35 to 36. And in just or 15 16, that kind of thing. Um, so in general, Ellis, you do want to use your levels as soon as possible, but obviously if you don't, it's not the end of the world. It's not a huge increase with each level, but if you have the ability to not waste it, it takes that little bit less experience every time. And that's why I'm always so big on level 30, go get an enchantment. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Um, wanna know? Let's see, my YouTube. So like your YouTube name is wanna know I glitch? Then kinda, I guess. I'm not sure exactly if I caught what you were saying there. Okay, let's grab some of this. And then that and a book, because we both have swords, so we probably don't need more of that. Fire proc 3 is not terrible. Sharpness 3 is, but I think we might as well just go that way because I don't think I want fire proc on the boots, so or on the diamond leggings.
Hey, I'm back.
Hey, you're back.
Yeah, sorry, some technical issues. I put it in our Facebook chat.
Yep, I saw that.
All right.
I saw it.
Sorry, I was north of Mordor's. So,
Oh,
what's
that's
the
fine.
plan now?
I mean, we should go check out this thing that you said was crazy to watch. So
Oh,
should I go towards it?
yeah. I mean, go north of Mordor's. I'll
North of
meet you there.
Mordor's? Fair enough. I will head there. But yeah, kinda, I don't think we're getting through what your channel was there. Just there's a little confusion there in that message.
If you're posting a link, the bot,
Yeah, it
the
won't let
auto
you
mod is not going to let you.
on purpose. 'Cause that's the point behind it. Is just we can post links depending, but that's we generally do that just to avoid any virus issues of people putting links on there that would cause issue. All that fun stuff.
Yeah.
Not that we're
It's
saying
just
it.
the
We're
same.
we're hoping no one ever would, but we plan in case someone does.
We're just trying to help all of our audience members with their privacy and their safety and
Oh my gosh, I
their mental
see
well-being.
it. It was just outside of the spawn chunks that I was in terms of how far my radius was, and so I wasn't seeing it before when I was on the north side. Yeah, basically some circus music, with a little
I'm
bit on the
coming up
side.
behind you,
Oh my gosh, that water is so cool. I love it.
and it lights up at night.
Oh, my eyes are assaulting me. There's so many colors. Holy
Well,
crap.
it's a three-ring circus
It's huge
with animals.
with animals. Oh my
Look
gosh,
at the
they are.
posts.
An upside down. Oh, you got the two kind of glitch animals. Yep, that's for sure. Also pre-scaffold. Yeah, you two are nuts because like we were like, yeah, let's go get bamboo, and then you're like, well, let me do all these builds before we do that. Then down here, there's all the sheep that were definitely financing this project. I mean, yeah, and this is out of wool. I guess it's not out of like concrete or like terracotta glaze stuff or something. So I mean, I guess that is a little better, but oh my gosh.
I know, Jax, right? Yeah, no, this is all Elvis is doing.
And this is why I mentioned, I think this is why Belmont also mentions that I'm the on-air talent, because all this stuff is what they do off the air, and I'm like, oh geez. Wow. Oh, I didn't even read the signs on the front, I didn't even notice them. What does it say? Welcome, welcome, Shui Circus. Fair enough. Fair. Fits.
Now, the thing that you have to decide, Elvis, is do you want your circus on the rail line, or do you want us to just build you a nice road with lampposts?
I probably presume it might move, so it's probably better just to make the road.
True.
Because I presumed it was like I don't know. It might just be a
Ooh.
traveling one. Yeah, that's what I said. Like it could just travel. I mean, all the materials are there. So that's why I presumed it was visiting Mordor's. That was the whole idea. That's why it's like slightly out of it. Easy to burn down. Fair enough. We have done some arson on our last stream, so I understand that for sure. You know, but let's see. Just checking out. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, hmm. I don't know. Forgot there's some horses over here too, because we're so close to the ocean. But oop, I got grass blocks up here. What the? Oh, but yeah, so that is the circus tent that Elvis has been working on. Oh my gosh, so the amount of different carpets, I think that's what threw me off inside. I was like, oh, so much color. But other than that, I mean, what, should we do some more splunking?
Yeah, no, we can. Actually, can you give me one more moment?
Sure.
Uh, I'm gonna hide myself in the circus, actually,
Okay.
for a moment.
I started by using wool blocks before and discovering carpet was a... Wait, had you not used carpet before? Because we should have told you about that then. Like, carpet is so much nicer. It's also spawn proof. Not much. Okay, yeah, it's spawn proof because it's not a full block. So it's like how slabs work where you try to spawn proof something, which is just really nice. I don't know. What?
That's why I carpeted Pride Hall in the Nether like that, is to prevent zombie pigmen
Mm-hmm.
from spawning, which makes me wonder how that one got in.
I mean, there's also just issues where when it's not loaded, there may be issues with the chunk where things think it may have
Or he
spawned.
spawned directly on the portal itself.
That's also possible. I mean, if
Like
you don't
that's
have
the
slabs or carpet on top of it, that could be a spawn point, and especially because you're
well, I mean,
restricting the spawn points, it's more likely to spawn there,
well, that just means that they wander into Triad Tower.
which is fine because if we kill them over here, they don't get angry at us. So it's just a very slow gold farm. Ow. I did steal actually some of your grass blocks to make quicker
Oh
grass when I
God,
was messing around with the
go
testing for the auto farm. So
go for it. We're gonna always have plenty of those. Because my good shovel has
mhm.
silk touch, whether I like it or not.
That's fair, yeah. Then next, what should we do? Because we're waiting. So you said, do you have directions of where I should head for that third one you had?
Yep. So the next one is on. So if you follow the rail system past the cavern that we were just in, you'll
Okay.
reach the welcome center.
Okay.
Um, and now we're taking the next line east, which is the only tunnel that's been dug from the welcome center. Um, we're taking that east, and that will lead us to the next ones.
Okay. So let me head to that point then.
And I'll follow behind in just a little bit.
I can definitely take the railway here, so I'm gonna do that. So we can head all the way back to at least to the branch office area.
Yeah. Then the idea is that this next route of railroad that I've started, where I found these caverns, will eventually lead to the next town where the rail station's already been built and the plans for the next branch office have already been kind of mapped out.
Fair enough. Okay, so
And it'll
then
also be another town that Elvis can go completely insane in,
I
or
go.
bring his circus to.
Yeah, whatever.
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 Whatever floats your wool.
But yeah, and the reason we're still doing a lot of mining is just, as I was talking about the auto farms, I'm still getting used to them, and I haven't had as much time the last couple of weeks to do that, just when we were prepping for Eldritch stream, and then just kind of After Effects catching up stuff, and
Yeah.
it's just, it hasn't been something
Like,
I've done as much looking into, so that's why you haven't seen a lot of those, and that's why we're still doing mining and ravines and things for resources. It's just, we haven't gotten the farms up and running that would make it where it's obsolete to do that. So
I want to say today is probably the first day that we're actually caught up on everything
exactly, yeah, because
for
I
this
mean, I had just done
website.
some stuff before this one, for instance, getting the waterbenders deck in, getting um, I did highlights last night for Paper Mario. You were working on getting posts together, including the deck tech. Like, we're actually kind of at a stable place again after the long stream of that. So it's kind of that direction now of I'm gonna do this. Okay, so I'm at the Welcome Center one.
All right, so then go around the elevators and you'll see the next tunnel.
Yes. Okay.
All right, so somewhere down that line.
Nope, sounds good. Um, but basically, yeah, we're trying to catch up on that, which, it just also we're kind of got into the running. We've updated some overlays and things as you're kind of seeing with the camera right now. If you haven't seen this before, this is
Yeah,
new. The talking screen I have for talking before and after. Um, the starting soon screen, all this stuff. Oh my. Yep, I found it. All of this is kind of our update and to get to the point where us having 30 plus followers actually, fits. Um, so that's kind of what we're doing, and that's why there's been a little bit less of a kind of progress on the Minecraft servers. Just we haven't been playing as much. Now, I think in the next couple of weeks, it's probably going to switch back around. Just knowing what I know, just in terms of we're having stable streams now. So like I'm playing Paper Mario on Thursdays more regularly. So we kind of have that set up and going. I'm switching off between Arena and Runeterra generally on Mondays when I'm streaming on Mondays. So that's kind of a setup. We have those now, just based on what comes out. And Belmont's been doing Canarium. It's just we've kind of set on a few games for right now instead of just a sampler platter. And so that's kind of been the direction we've gone. It's just we're getting to the point now where we can kind of stabilize a bit and just have streams. Um, so
which is nice. I mean, the honest truth is, we're doing this while we can maintain this pace.
exactly.
That's not a guarantee that we'll always be able to, but
Yeah, so that's why we're kind of working right now more on getting everything together. So then when we hit the point of down the road, maybe we don't have enough time, and Belmont it does actually receive ample employment, stuff of that nature. It's gonna make it so. How did Paper Mario go? So it actually went all right. I finished. Let's see, in the first episode. Yeah, because it was just the first episode last Thursday. Just losing track of time. I was able to get through the prologue. I got through, and I got into chapter one. I made it to Koopa Town, which is the first kind of step toward the fortress that you start with. Um, so I got that far, and that is as far as I made it. So the only thing you really missed is kind of this. I'm not gonna call it the side boss, but like the first thing where it teaches you how bosses are, which is the Goomba King. That was kind of the first thing I hit. I now have two party members. I just gotten my second one there at the end, and yeah, I think that's the big one. Honestly, there's not a whole lot missed. I mean, I recommend the VOD will be up, and highlights are also up
it's up. It's
tomorrow.
all up. No, it's
Oh,
all
is
up.
it? It's up today. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
that
that
was
was
today's content.
nope. That's fair. I'm just losing track of days. That's all. Um, so that is now up. If you want to kind of take a look at it, skim through it, see how far I got. But yeah, we didn't get too crazy far. We had our first play session as Peach, where Belmont learned that she likes Twinks. And just there was that, of course, that joke when there's a star named Twink when Peach kind of is fairly draggy in general, just as a character. Um, so, but that is also captured in highlights too. I'll mention, but so if you want to get kind of a summary and kind of see some jumping around, feel free to check the highlights. But otherwise, feel free to skip around on the VOD, which is on Twitch and was posted on the website, so it's also on YouTube. Kind of either spot works. I mean, this is eventually the Twitch one will not be on Twitch because they only keep it for a couple weeks. So
Sorry about the delay, my love, but there are no beds at the circus.
I mean, yes. It's the tent that never sleeps. Yeah, I'm like, why would you expect people to sleep at a circus? That seems like a weird addition.
What about the circus workers? They sleep at the circus?
Yeah, do you think they sleep in regular beds? No, they sleep in trailers. Not
Yes.
saying, Elvis, that you should make trailers.
Don't give him any more ideas. Sorry, I'm just kind of like fighting for my life.
Oh,
So
fair enough. Have fun. I'm just exploring a spot that I think wasn't what you were expecting us to explore, but I might as well do it. It was just a little area at the end of where you were doing stuff that I could grab some resources from.
we are so building a lit road between the circus and Mordor's.
Yeah, just a bit.
Goodness gracious. To be fair, I now have a phantom membrane for when we finally get Elytra.
Oh, yeah, 'cause you haven't slept recently, whereas I had.
Yeah, you think?
That is the one downside, I will say, of having it where only one person has to sleep on a server, is that you have much more chance of getting those phantoms, because someone doesn't sleep because people have been sleeping for them, and it definitely you suddenly just don't sleep for a while, and it definitely you notice it more.
Alright, I'm approaching Triad
But
Tower.
yeah,
I'll probably join you soon.
cool. But yeah, Jax, I'll be back at it on Thursday. Is the plan, as I'm looking over to our note page on the side of our computer. But yeah, because yeah, the ideas right now are Monday night. I'm doing Runeterra and probably playing a lot of the new set decks that are there. Just because there's a whole game mode for it. And then I believe Belmont's still thinking a Wednesday stream of Canarium.
Yep.
And then Thursday would be Paper Mario, where I'll be probably taking on the Koopa Bros Fortress, just knowing the amount of time would take to get through it. It's pretty simplistic and straightforward on that. You don't have too much craziness. Once you hit Dry Desert, which is the next location, that's kind of where you kind of have to follow a bit more of a puzzle-like path rather than just, oh, you go here, you're done. It's like, no, you gotta figure out the town stuff first, and then you have to find the certain gem that then leads to the ruins, and yeah, there's some specific stuff, but that will be what Thursday. I don't think Thursday will get to the ruins of the desert, but we'll definitely get to the desert, I'm pretty sure. And we will have another party member that will gain in the process at the fortress. So, and I find her very explosive.
Really?
You don't even know the game, so you don't even know if it's a pun or not. That's the funny part.
No, I know your voice well enough to know whether or not it is a freaking pun. Yeah.
But yes, it is. It's a Babam. Um, which kind of was alluded to honestly in the last stream
I'm
because
behind you now.
you meet you meet Babams that escaped the fortress, so it kind of hints at the idea that you might be joining them. But yeah, right now we just have Goombario, who is kind of the whole here's how you learn about things in this game, and then also jump on people's heads, and then you have um, Cooper, the Koopa, um, and he does a lot more of the option of watch out, don't move in front of me. Um, I hear. Oh, there's a small zombie. Hi. He's going after you. Nope, now he's after me. Um, he's a lot more of kind of dealing with those ones that might poison you or hurt you if you attack them because he goes up in his shell, so he doesn't actually take that damage. And also he is the first AoE partner that you get, so he can hit all of the enemies at once. So that's why I use him a lot as we go forward. Oh, hi. I'm good. Okay, well, we'll see you later, Elvis. Yep, we're just gonna get a lot of stuff to, build more crazy stuff. Okay, let's see.
And I found the end of it.
Oh, I'm like, we have a stronghold? Because that
No.
would be some random luck.
No, we decided for the sake of the sanity of our viewers that we are not going to force them to watch us find a stronghold.
Yeah, I'm probably not defeat the end dragon either. They can find that elsewhere. We're gonna be bad at it, so I don't think we should put that in stream.
Oh, I no. Watching us fail fighting the end dragon is gonna be funny.
That, oh yeah, that's fair. Okay, so you're up here now, which looks like you're done with.
Yep, I'm just getting what I can see.
Fair.
I also thought this would be bigger when I
No, that's
found it
fair.
originally. And then there's one more piece of this down the line.
I already did that.
Oh, it wasn't that big?
No.
Sorry.
Well, I mean, we can check in case I missed it and you were talking about something else, but no, I'm pretty sure I already handled. We also have the other direction still. We haven't finished, so.
Yeah. But, I mean, I find these things when I'm building our railroads.
Yep.
You know, a lot of other Minecraft streamers, they'll do portals. I like to do railroads. For two reasons. One, they're fun.
Mhm.
Two, they allow for breaks. And three, I don't know how to do the portals well yet.
Yeah, we haven't messed around with that a lot. You know, that's kind of what I was
Oh, I've
talking.
messed around with it a lot.
Fair enough. But basically, we just haven't done a lot of that in the past, which is part of it. Kind of like the auto farms. You know, we've been playing Minecraft for a fair amount of time, but we haven't been playing Minecraft efficiently. It's more like, oh, let's just go in and have some fun and burn off steam. You know, it's not been like, okay, we're actually trying to make this an efficient place, but we've kind of been changing it a lot, especially with streaming, and so. Oh, I was like, why did it try a gamer's message? I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. I opened the chat bot, so now it's actually giving me those updates because I'd forgotten to do that initially. Don't forget to hydrate, Han.
I already have the creeper went off, and I thought that was on my. Are you playing with us like right now, Jax? Like, are you playing Minecraft at the same time? Because I do that with all the Minecraft streamers that we follow constantly.
No, it probably was mine to be fair, because I did have a creeper go off at around that time.
No, I'm saying, but it sounds like Jax might be playing Minecraft at this moment too. So
Yeah, but yeah, no, that's fair. I mean, join in with us. The more Minecraft, the better.
I think this is the end of this.
And are we seeing any like caverns that we want to explore up above? I'm not seeing any.
Neither am I. I thought this would be more worthwhile. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm still walking away 36 iron.
Yeah, and I have 12 iron, 6 gold on my side. But yeah, I'm not seeing any caverns or anything that are exposed in here. I mean, obviously I could be missing it where it's like a block or two, but.
Then there's this one, which I'm pretty sure, yeah, I did all of that.
And then you were
Or
talking about the
you
one
did.
at the end, I think. And I mean, make sure I'm not missing something. Yeah, you're playing, yeah. Yeah, no, that's kind of the problem, especially because often what I'll do is, and it's prep for this stream too, which is the funnier part, is that I'll be running around doing something and then, yeah, I'll be doing something in my game and I'll be listening to 9 o'clock or something, and it's just, I'm hearing on the side. The weirdest part actually is when I'm watching Magic the Gathering arena streams and playing a different game because, oh, nope, I didn't light it up well enough apparently.
So you've done all this?
Yeah, I went down there, found that stuff, went both directions up here, but in case
Okay,
I missed
fair enough.
something.
Yeah, this was the last of it that I had
Okay.
for spelunking. So if you've done this,
Then back to where mine is.
where is yours now? Describe where yours is.
So back to the mine area, the branch mine.
Okay, so
One
back
of
under
the
Triad Tower.
yes, one of the branches goes in, finds a cavern, basically, is the best way to put it. And that cavern went a bit deeper than just a quick explore, which is why I thought I'd save it for a stream. I love how I keep putting down the chest and we keep like not doing much, and I'm like, well.
Hey, all I know is that I started this stream at level 0 and now I'm at 17. So
Yeah, that would do it.
I, on the other hand, however, I'm gonna block that off for right now.
Alright, well, I'll start heading back, because then I have some stuff.
Yeah, sorry I don't have any mine carts down here yet.
No,
I
you're
haven't
good.
finished building the rail station.
No, we've been busy doing stuff. You made some pretty rainbowy stuff on my overlays. I'm good. I'm a simple person to please. But yeah, so we'll do that, and then at that point, if we're still feeling up for a bit more, we'll go ahead and start working on the auto farm.
Yeah, I
So
think that we're gonna after this next cavern. I think that that's what you should do. You can just let me know what you need, and I can do some runs back and forth.
I haven't even checked it actually because I set up the two examples yesterday. I haven't actually checked how much we've gotten from it, but I also don't know how much we've been on necessarily. Elvis has been on or us have been on that have actually influenced it. So
And is it still within the trunk that if you're a triad tower, it'll still go?
I believe so. I didn't test directly, but for sure if you're in the animal area, I'm pretty sure. The general area. If you're in Mordor's, absolutely. Um, But I mean, the nice part is that it's not like if it isn't running all the time, it's not a bad thing because we don't need to go through shears that fast.
True.
Um,
How often do you need to replace the shear?
well, shears durability is 208 and 238. Um, Unfortunately, time is not a thing you really can measure with that one
Yeah, true.
because the problem with measuring time on that is it's all based on a tick random nature. I might as well talk about it. It's a sheep farm. It's a sheep wool farm. The problem is that it's so what you're counting on is not only the grass to turn or the dirt block to turn back to grass, but then you're also waiting for the sheep to want to eat it to get actually that. So it's kind of hard to tell how much time, but I mean you will get at least 238 wool for each shear you put in there. So what? That's almost 4 stacks of wool at the minimum. So that's kind of part of it.
Ah, did you just take those arrows?
Yeah.
I need one.
Well, then why'd you put them all away? There's
It
3.
was a misclick. Thank you. Thank you.
That's what was over excess of my thing. I'm like, why did you put them all in here then? Oh, I also need to put that away and that away. And I'll come
I
get this
got
more
stuff
later, but...
smelt. I have stuff smelting. All right, which branch?
So you see where it says large case system at end feature stream question mark? Right here!
Okay.
Now, I've also run into it in another branch down the way a few. So it's not that this is the only way in, it's just this is the first one in. So you might run into another branch on your way, but... Also, just don't stray from the path. There might be lava. There will be lava, actually. There's a lot of lava pools around here.
Light host would have blocked those off.
That's a bit of a way, but it seemed like, and this could be not very long. I don't know, but I just noticed it opened up to a lot, and so I thought might as well check it out on a stream and see what's up.
Enough. Just trying to keep up. I also look like a crazy person because I'm chasing you with my axe in my offhand.
Fair. Okay, and you're gonna see I've lit some of it, but I haven't grabbed everything. Okay. So we have this here, which I'm gonna grab quick because I don't think I had Picky with. Maybe I didn't have Picky with me at the time. I don't know, but or Picky didn't exist yet or something. I don't know.
Here, you do that because I'm lagging if we're hitting the same blocks.
Yeah. So what I was trying to do is grab the coal and leave you the iron if you wanted, but you kept grabbing the coal, which is better for me to hit.
I think I
Do you have
might
fortune
have
on
been
yours
in.
now?
No, but I mean, we also don't need that much
Yep.
coal.
So you come around here, and because here's where I ran
Right.
into it again. That's why I was talking about that. You come around here, you go up to here, and there's some iron over here that I'm gonna try to get.
I'll try and get this gold.
There we go. And then you're gonna see this way. These are the steps up.
Hello, gorgeous.
And
All right.
so I think I did some to the right, but I don't know if I went all the way to the right. But you can see to the left, there's still some unexplored. But I remember I did some of this, and I'm like, nope, I can't do more of it because it went into something. Okay, well this must be unfinished because I have stuff I haven't mined.
Where are you?
I went down here. I'll come back. I went down the middle path technically, if that's a way to say it. It has a dirt block at the beginning.
I see ya.
Yep.
I see ya.
Um, Got some lapis.
I'll get the gold. Got some iron and some coal here. Here. Do you want to finish off the coal?
Sure. And then I lit to part of it there, and then it's going up. But you see what I mean? I got the general, like, hey, there's no monster spawning at the beginning kind of thing, and then it's like, okay, well, there's a lot more to this.
This dead ends
Okay.
momentarily afterwards.
Okay.
At least this branch.
I'll head back to the middle then. And I will head back to the far right then, because I think I did this one already. Oh, no I didn't. It ran into another cavern, which is not part of the caverns we've already found. Or the ravines. And I believe this one actually has 2 intersecting ravines. So that might not be the first thing we jump into. So let's go to the left, I think, because that might be a better entrance to it too. Unless you want to go for this, but...
No, I was just
Okay.
leaving some lights behind
Oh,
for
fine.
when we do get to it. Following you.
Sorry, I was just putting some of my coal away. But yeah, we have this over here, which should we go up or down?
Let's do down first.
Okay. There's some iron.
Got it.
Let's go to the left first. Because there's coal, I noticed, so. But yeah, there's just a lot of paths, and it's just like, yeah, this could be a stream thing.
Adventures in spelunking, and I hear some skeletons. But it does dead end, kind of.
I'll check it out in a second. I'm just finishing up this coal that's not finishing.
I mean, aren't those the best kind of coal veins?
Where it just keeps going, yeah. I see some gold over there. Let's get rid of this water. Ow. Got it. Oh, this one dead ends to lava, it looks like. Yep. Gotcha. Lots of lava. Oh my. There's some gravel down here, but I don't think we need to collect too much more gravel at this point.
No, not really.
Then there's the iron here.
Yeah, holy crap with the lava.
Yeah, I think what we're hearing for all the monsters is the stuff above, you know, that the other path.
Fair enough. And, where I'm laying down cobblestone, I've gone and done.
Yep, I did to the left. Oh, there's some iron here. Oh,
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to go up now.
fair enough. There we go. Let's just keep checking around then. Well, did we go to the right, or did you already? No, we didn't go to this one.
Hold on, let me get back.
We
This?
we didn't go to the right here.
Oh, I thought we did.
We initially were going to, and then I went the other way. Which who knows, maybe this is where we're hearing all the monsters.
Definitely one zombie. Or 2 zombies.
Fair enough.
And skeletons.
Yeah, that would be what we were hearing then. They're now fighting each other, it looks like.
Yep.
Hey, that works.
trying to clear your line of fire.
That's fair. Oh, the coal. Holy crap. Oh, and some iron below it, too. Can't hurt to get some of that, because we don't have an iron golem farm or anything. Though, maybe soon. You know.
There's just been some discussion about location, that's all.
Well, and how big we want to make it, basically. But, oop, there's some stuff to mine over here. Cool.
Noticing that a lot that the coal and the iron just keep appearing right together.
Yeah, I mean, maybe there's something to that. I don't know. I don't know how the coding works
You
for
see where,
world
like,
design.
you think the coding by this point would have been changed to there were some, like, on the correct, like, y-axes that, diamond and coal would appear together.
Fair enough, actually. That is a fair point. Because, you know, that's just how it works. But it,
Right, this is all dead-ended this way.
and I mean, maybe in the education pack it does. You never know. I mean, they'd have some.
There's an education pack?
There's bedrock and education. There's two different ones because like there's a specific thing with a bunch of different minerals and things that you can mess around with for education. You know, for like teachers getting kids to play it kind of thing. When you check the wiki, it talks about how some things only show up in the bedrock and education or something, or just education.
Oh, I think it's cute that they even make an effort on that,
Well, yeah, because I mean, well, there's some stuff that's like it's meant to be like, okay, how does it's like how does this stuff work, And that's kind of what the education's for, is to have a lot of maps like that where you can have, like for instance, what was the one I was looking at the other day? I was looking at stained glass, 'cause I hadn't messed with stained glass too much. But for the sheep auto farm, I wanted to do that to kind of label the colors we were using, just for fun. We can always replace the colors if we decide to change the colors. It doesn't take that much, but it makes it look pretty. But there was actually a part of the stained glass area that specifically was like types of glass, and they react differently in some way. And as a result, it actually it does something different in the education pack for some reason. And I was like, that's kind of cool. Okay, heading back to the middle. Looks like we're done with this area. So we gotta do that overhang area now. Holy crap, I have so much coal.
Oh, and that's what you get with the Fortune 3 pickaxe.
Yup. One that never dies.
Checking on how my armor is.
Mine is completely healed, but that's because I have mending and everything. But
my pants, for some reason, are real. Because my pants don't have mending.
yeah, because it probably was just stuff that we were doing for. I mean, are they gold too?
No.
Okay, because I had my gold ones from the Nether and those break a lot quicker. So
These are my diamond ones.
fair enough. But yeah,
I
if
just don't think we got.
if it doesn't have mending, yeah, that would be why. Is this dead again? No, it keeps going. Oh nope, it's dead end. Okay. Yeah, I guess then we just have, after we clear this out, we just have the ravines. I used to live on a ravine.
I'm. There we go. Sorry, it's starting to lag.
Oh,
Is this all done?
yeah, that's why I'm heading back. There wasn't much to it. Oh, you never finished the gold over there, I noticed. Okay,
Because of all the fucking lava.
that's fine. A lot of gold. What?
Tell you later.
Okay.
Not appropriate for stream.
On to the ravine.
Onto the ravine.
Let's kill you. Where'd you go? Fine, maybe not. I'll just kill you later.
See you in the morning.
So I guess we're kind of at one of the dead end sides, which is interesting.
Okay. But, like, you either have to build a bridge or move.
That's what I'm doing. there's anything up here. Nope, this is a dead end. Okay. Was worth the shot. You know. I make some more torches while I'm in a safe spot. Cool, 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 cool.
Actually, I mean, love, how much coal do you have on you? Would it be helpful to make it into blocks?
I mean, I might. Why?
I have a table.
Oh, sure, if you want. Yeah, I have almost 6 full stacks. And you have some too, it sounds like. Or
I just made them. Yeah.
cool. That should
Cool.
do.
All right, I'm gonna take the table.
Go for it. Oh. And now I got the table apparently.
I have another one on me.
Cool. Okay.
All right, we somehow need to go down.
Probably better to go over to the left side there where you were, right? Because it's gradually going down over there, and it's a good
Yeah, now that
entrance.
I took the oops, now that I took the lava out of the equation,
Fair.
which leads to a whole another cavern.
Yeah, that's all I was saying. Might as well. Let's see. What's a good way to get down so we can get back up? Let's do that, and then this, and then we'll put that there. Cool. And this doesn't really have a down, so let's make that. Or an up. There we go. And this. Cool, cool. Oh, that seems like a place I want to be.
All right, I've got this little tunnel here. It's all dead-ended.
Okay, I'm checking into this one. This one is not, so I'm going to. If you want to come my way.
Let me get what's in here though,
Sure,
so we can just close this off. Not
sure.
let it have a bunch of shit spawning
Yeah,
on
because
us.
this one seems like it has a lot more intersecting caverns than our last ones. Notice that.
Although this, I just found an intersecting cavern with this one.
Yup, we're gonna have a lot of that.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be the same ones. But I'm finding a lot of untouched 8 iron blocks. So,
Blocks?
well, well, yeah, they're technically blocks, but
Oh, you
iron
mean
ore
ore.
blocks.
Ore, okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. Fair enough.
All right.
I think that's everything right here.
I'm following you. Which
That,
way first?
the other way ran to the cavern, so I'm going
Okay.
this way.
I mean, this dead ends into a lava pool.
That's fair. That's sometimes the best thing, though. So you don't have to go too far. There we go. This is done. Back up. Probably should head back to the main area that we were going through, because this is a little harder to entry from. Unless you see something close.
Not really.
Yep. Back to here then. And do you have a preference in direction?
No, not
I
really.
think the right is easier to take on, personally.
Agreed.
Okay, 1 second. Or you're just gonna run towards Creeper.
Yep.
And the
Because
Creeper
that's how we
family.
find the 2 more. Yeah. Yep, I just found where I broke into this cavern.
Fair enough. Like I said, probably easier to deal with.
And I found the end of it.
Cool. I'll start hitting some of the coal up. Oh, gotcha. That's you. Cool.
He's done.
Cool. And I just hit 30.
Nice.
I definitely will be able to do stuff when we go back.
Well, how's your inventory looking?
About halfway full.
Fair enough.
Because of the coal consolidation for sure. Because coal is most of it.
Well, this was definitely worth it.
Oh, is there a nice coal vein that you found, or what?
Actually, no, it was 3 iron veins that led right into each other.
Nice. Here's a little bit of coal. Yeah, that's where you broke in. Fair enough.
Yeah, that's where I broke in on another branch of
Anything else
this.
up here that I should
Nope,
grab, or?
we're done.
Okay.
Up here.
I'm gonna go ahead and do some more of the coal consolidation here quick. But if you want to start heading a certain way, let me know.
Kind of just lighting, honestly.
Well, that's a full stack of block of coal. So.
I think it's time to go this way.
I'm like, time to say goodbye.
No, it's not next time on Game Grumps.
Oh no, I was referencing a song, but sure. This sounds interesting. It's like a little crater in the middle of it.
You mean the one I just fell into?
Yes, that one. I'll stay up here then. Sorry about that. I couldn't contain one of them, so they fell. And this, oh, something fell from the sky.
I got him.
Down the waterfall. I saw it fall in front of me. I'm like, well, have fun down there.
A lot of water down here.
Oh yeah, I can't get rid of that water stream. It's up much higher. Oh, you got a lot coming towards you.
Bring it on.
All or nothing, or just the original?
Just the original. I don't acknowledge the existence of the sequels. Thank you very much.
Fair. Oh, there's another water stream.
Alright, I think I found part of an end of it.
Fair enough. Oop, iron.
Oh, I'm glitching out and it's weird.
Oh, like you're seeing the sky up there area, or what?
Yeah, and like
I was having that the
super.
last one. Where I could see the iron golems because of where we were, and it was really weird.
This. Holy crap.
Oh, this is another cavern direction.
I think it's a whole nother ravine.
Ravine, yeah. I told you there's some intersections happening. This is why I said this was not one I wanted to deal with by myself.
I do not blame you.
Oh, the water's still coming from over there. Gotcha. There we go. Bye-bye, water.
And we're on 17, so there's a tiny chance of diamonds.
Fair enough. I mean, we have been finding some, so. I'm just apparently...
Not this trek out, actually.
Yeah, no, that was the first one. I guess is really the only one we really found a lot on, huh? That first ravine. I'm just getting all the coal. There's a lot of it. Who knows? Maybe that will show some diamone.
Well, I mean, if we get an excess of coal, we can always trade it in Mordor's.
Well, that's why I'm so big on using picky with it, even though we don't need coal. It's more that we can trade it, so there's never an excess of it because you can always just trade away some of it to get emeralds and.
Give me a moment, love. This is gonna get very tricky.
Okay.
All right, I think I found the end of this ravine.
Okay. I'm like I got your back if anything happens. So.
Well, and stay behind me for a moment. Oh nope, there was another one. Or what's the deal here? Nope. Okay, cool. Yeah, you can come progress now.
Yep.
Ah, I'm good.
Would you like to share with the class?
Lava.
Gotcha.
I thought I had killed the source block, but apparently I just blocked the source block, so...
Gotcha. Ooh, more iron. Oop, and more coal. And more iron. And gold.
Jesus Christ.
And an opening to something else where there's a creeper and I'm backing up.
I got it. Where is it?
It was across the way when I saw it.
It's a cavern.
Cool. Let me finish up this coal and we can do more exploration. Because the coal just won't quit.
Oh, I see where your creeper went. He fell too far down. Now he's dead. Mourn the
Ding
creeper.
dong, the creeper's dead. I think I got all the coal. The gravel kind of made that difficult. Up to the right?
Nope, you missed one.
Oh, okay. Up to the right, though?
Actually, let's go down to the left.
Down to the left, cool.
Down center, actually.
Sounds good.
Well, I mean...
Let me make a way that we can actually get back up here. Oop.
Oh, and it's a good thing I just collected all that gravel.
A bit of lava. Ooh, fair enough. I don't know, I got some lappies over here, so I'm gonna get those.
Get those while I make this safe for you.
Okay. And some iron. And some redstone.
That's as safe as I can make it.
And lapis. Lap it up. Cool.
Alright, I think that means that this one's done.
Yep.
This is where we broke through, right?
Yep. So we have left, upper, or right. Really are kind of our options.
Let's go left.
Yep.
Because I think that the left is going to dead end on us pretty quickly.
Yep.
I will kill this lava block. You're welcome.
And I will start going after the coal then.
More lapis, a lot more coal.
Just now turning it into some gold.
And a whole nother set of options.
Cool, it's like a choose your own cavern.
I'm more worried about us getting so lost that we can't get back.
No,
like, thank God
I know this one. So this is one that I can definitely get you out in. I'm not worried about that.
Oh, I mean, at least thank God I know the coordinates of the lawn of Triad Tower.
Yeah, we're in a forest. Okay, I was kind of curious what we were in by this point. Pretty far out. Oops, some lappies. Fair enough. Fair enough. Get those. And I need to make some more blocks of things, so I'm going to do that quick. I'm just too rich. That's just the problem. I'm just too rich. And then we'll do these while I'm here. Cool. That made up some room. Not a ton, but enough, you know.
Oops. I grabbed some lapis that I was saving for you.
That's fine. I mean, lapis, it basically goes from just having a good amount to having excessive amount, and that's not a huge difference when you're actually going through stuff, so. There we go.
If you go down the way, you'll see a set of 4 torches.
Mm-hmm.
Look up.
Oh, fair enough. Cool, cool. And then this dead ends. Oh, we can get something over there. There was some gold and such, so might as well use some water bucket to get to it. There we go. Cool. Now I think it's dead-ended. Yep. Now it's done.
Fair enough.
I'll pick up these 4 torches, because I don't think we need that many there.
Agreed.
I'm hearing lots of skeleton activity around, so. Yeah, okay. Then we're
Ooh.
going up to the right. Okay.
Yeah, not far.
Oh, does that go back into the ravine, or what?
It goes into a ravine.
Oh my gosh. We found a system of ravines. This is... wow. So maybe not...
Yeah, I don't think we're equipped to take this one, love.
That's fine, we don't have to take all of this right now, we just know that there's stuff we have to come and get eventually. Why, is there a problem with it though? I mean, you said no, we're not
No,
equipped
it's
for
just,
it.
I mean, it's just big. Like, yeah, I mean, we're
Yeah.
probably talking about another at least half hour of that and inventory space, if that's an issue.
Oh yeah, that's gonna start being it. So yeah, we can, you know, head back and know that there's more to do.
And honestly, what you should do is probably write down the coordinates.
Okay, I can do that in just a little bit. It doesn't necessarily get us here, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Holy crap, this one just doesn't quit. Oh, well that's cool.
What?
I found a connection to the upper level.
Of the ravine?
Yeah, or of the no, of the way that we were parting ways from the start.
Ah, fair enough.
So, if you follow me, now we're up there.
Fair enough. Ooh, iron.
There is one in another direction too, so we actually have one more option than we thought initially, but this will do for now. And this goes into the ravine. Let's see. Oh, oh,
Yeah.
that.
My inventory is now full, but that's also because I just made a shit ton of torches, so...
Fair enough. Yeah, we are not taking this on yet. Okay, let's head back this way then. And there's one other direction to go.
Really?
Go to the torches and look up. Here, I'll try to go that direction. Because you fell. Oh, you blocked off my way. That's why. I was like, what? So if you're standing right here and look up.
Yeah, goodness gracious. Ever think that we bit off more than we can chew?
No, I think we're good. Lots of spider, so let's kill that. I don't know if it's a dead end actually, because there's way under it. Nope, this is the dead end. Cool. And lots of coal.
Our iron reserves are going to be great. I'm going to feel a lot less guilty about making lanterns now.
Well, we'll see what it is after all of my stuff. Considering, just for the hopper and hopper minecart, that's 15
Speaking of which,
iron.
do you need rail track?
No, I had made some rail.
Oh, okay.
Which once I'm done setting up everything, you can have that rail. It doesn't stick in there. It's just to get the hopper minecart onto the hopper.
Oh, that's fair.
So,
My inventory is now literally full.
no, that's fair. I'm picking up behind you. Cool. Yeah, let's head back. Oh yeah, I never wrote down the coordinates. So let me go back. I'll be right back.
Fair enough. I am so far doing okay with finding my way back. If I get lost, I promise I'll just stop and ask.
Let's see. Did you build a bridge across the ravine that you were
Yes, I
saying?
did.
Okay. Then I will use these coordinates. I just didn't remember a bridge being there. My brain was like, about that. About that. Okay. Ravine. Uh, cool. Taking the notes so we can come back and head back toward the line of torches, which goes into this ravine, which we follow to the end to go into the next ravine. There's some coal there, though. I need to grab that. That's just important. No coal left behind. Because sometimes there's gold behind it. Ah. Ba, ba, ba. Cool. Oh. Okay, so we're going to put you down. And make some more coal blocks. So I have room to pick these up. Is this excessive? Probably. Do I care?
A
No.
little bit.
It's only like 2 blocks of coal blocks, it's not
2
crazy.
stacks.
2 stacks. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Okay, yeah, so we go to the end of this ravine. And there's this ravine. Which is where we go into next, I think. Yeah, because we go through here is the way we did it. Okay.
I'm already back to Mushroom Crater.
Then we go through all the water here and everything. And I should get back to where we started.
That's where I get a little confused.
Up and right to the mushroom crater.
Up and right?
Yep, and then keep going up this way.
Alright.
And then there's stairs here to get up to this platform to take the bridge. Then we go this way. And this should be a fairly straight shot now. Yep.
Back to the branch mine.
Back to the branch mine. Yep.
I disagree.
Keep going.
All right, I found a branch.
Yep. That works. And then we head back. But yeah, no, I felt like that was a good. Yeah, yeah, that
Successful run.
you are correct, Jax. That was definitely a good ravine system. And that was just again, that's just a random cavern I found, and it ran into a ravine. I'm like, I don't want to take this on alone. Might as well take it on during stream. And it just kept going, and it's still going. Where ravines keep intersecting, and so we keep going through and finding stuff. And it's just quicker than looking around for caves or such because or even branch mining because it's all exposed. You can kind of see it easier. So, but but yeah, no, that's why we have a bunch of resources now that we didn't have before.
Yeah, holy crap! Is the iron chest filling up?
Well, that's again, I'm going to use a bunch of it, so I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'll take some of this stuff up outside of stream. No reason to do it now.
Oh, your little dump chest.
Yep.
Yeah. So like the branches just past um the one that we went down to start that.
Mhm.
Those are the that's where all that obsidian came from.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna go up to the storeroom.
Fair enough. I'm just putting my iron smelting into where your iron smelting was happening to continue it. And then I think I'm gonna make a few more coal blocks here because I think it's gonna be a little more compact for moving upstairs.
Put away the ender pearls. So much freaking zombie meat. We should probably make another run over to Mordor's with it. See what the cleric can offer us.
Fair enough. I mean, because the cleric we haven't leveled up yet, right?
Not much.
Yeah,
Like
I thought it was pretty much, you know, just the basic trade. I didn't think there was anything more than that at this point. Just because we've only made one cleric. I mean, it's not like it was. There's a ton of them. We're not getting trades or anything, but.
made a second.
Oh, okay.
I might have made a second.
I mean, it also just might happen just based on how those work. So.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's a brew stand down there.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. There weren't blocks of coal in there, and including the stuff I was dumping before. Well, yeah, that's 2 1/4 stacks of coal blocks.
That's not even what I might have. I probably put maybe about 10 coal blocks away myself.
Fair enough. I just let myself get to level 33 with some of the smelting. So. But yeah, so is that all of our
Yeah, I
spelunking
think
for
that's all
now?
the spelunking that we have for now. I mean, so I guess the question was, you have about an hour left. Do
Hmm.
you wish to get into um the automated farm that you're thinking about?
Sure. I mean, not necessarily finished it all, but I can definitely make a couple entries in it, and so if people want to see how it works, I don't see any issue with that. I'm
Do
stealing
you
some.
want to take a break first, or
Yeah, we probably should take a break. Just in general, it's a good idea. So we'll be right back in just a little bit, with some more Minecrafting and some auto sheep shearing, exciting stuff. Be right back.
talk to you then?
And I'm back. So, let's see. So, yeah, I think we're just going to, we've done some spelunking, we've done some more action-packed things. So I think now our plan at this point is to go through and just do some of the sheep auto shearing setup. So if you haven't seen this, it's a pretty common one at this point. Since 1.14, I thought it was actually more recent, but 1.14, we're on 1.16 now, 1.16.1, there has been the ability to shear sheep using dispensers, which is a redstone oriented machine. So as a result, the idea behind it is that you can use them to basically auto shear sheep using a combination of an observer and a. Oh, that's not good. Um, I hope that was not one of our farmers. Yeah, with a observer and a dispenser in the combination. And I kind of already set up. This was my example when I was learning to do it at first, and so this has been running the longest. And I mean, there's a fair amount of wool in there now. I mean, it's not a ton. I mean, but the shears have only taken. That was a full one, so it's about a little over 60 durability. And I mean, we're looking at almost a little over 2.5 stacks of white wool. I mean, so it's doing its thing. The pink one also, that one I had a little less durability. I don't think I had full, but I mean it's basically, and that one's a little further just because it wasn't full. But I mean basically it's just automatically gathering this if we have the chunks loaded. But yeah, the idea behind it is and I can kind of break the grass here, and I think this will be the best place to show it. So I'll kind of show what's going on without breaking the machine. But basically, so there is an observer that is looking at this grass block specifically under the sheep. What it's looking for is a change of state, either from dirt to grass or grass to dirt. Now, the reason why it's looking for that is if it goes from dirt to grass, that doesn't mean much. That just means it is reset, so the shears won't take any durability hit because it won't shear anything. It'll be fine. But if it goes from grass to dirt, when it triggers, it's going to trigger the shears because at that point the sheep ate the grass. So it's going to shear and it's going to then. There's a hopper minecart that's in there, right on top of the hopper down here, and basically it flows through, which there shouldn't be anything in here besides. Yeah, there shouldn't be anything in there because it's flowing through to here, this barrel, which as you saw, some dirt ended up in there because it was getting hit on it. But now the reason I put the trap door is it's kind of a funny story because I actually have an issue where. Um, the villagers were coming over and becoming fishermen because they found barrels. And I was like, nope, we don't want you hanging around here because we eventually want to enclose us in a building. So the idea behind it was instead we're just going to go, but we're going to do every color. Eventually, if we get really overstocked on a certain color, like we just haven't done any building stuff for it, we'll probably switch it over to white and black because of the shepherds at Mordor's, just to be able to do that. And yeah, that's kind of the idea behind it. So we're going to kind of work through here. What I've been doing is to make sure I didn't have to worry about any sheep issues, like bringing them all the way over here. Actually, you just heard it shear behind me. Is that I've just been kind of using these sheep over here that are at the um, Mordor's because I can just kind of every time I build one, I kind of come over, I'm able to feed them, and they never actually run out of sheep. And I kind of need a bunch of white sheep because they're the ones that then I can dye into different colors. So here, let's take a lead for today. We're gonna put this away because I'm not actually using it. But yeah, we're kind of going this way, and that's why I have all these dye one-ofs because I'm going to dye the sheep into what they need to be. But so we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna start creating the pen area. So we're gonna need one of the dispensers, one of the observers. We're gonna need a rail. We're going to need a redstone dot for that back there. We're going to need a redstone block and piston so we can get the hopper minecart into the grass. Hey Jax, yeah, if you have any questions, I've kind of go over a little bit, but if you're curious about this, feel free to let me know. I have some shears, which I'm gonna put away some iron ingots here just so we can be using them. We're gonna need a barrel. Oh no, we don't need a barrel. That's right, because I think I put all the barrels in there already. Yeah, there's already all the barrels already. There's just not the rest of it. And I'm gonna take that. I think that's everything we're gonna need. Oh, I'm gonna need a couple trapdoors. I know that or one trapdoor in this case because we already have the one down below. I think that's everything for now. I'm gonna grab the magenta glass, the magenta dye for eventually when we bring the sheep in. Yeah, this should be good. Okay, so first we gotta dig down because we need to attach the hopper to the barrel because that's. I just realized I actually don't have a hopper or hopper minecarts. That's why I brought the iron. So 1 second. So I'll need 15 for all of that because it's 5 each of them, and I will need uh, 2 chests. So we're gonna go ahead. I think we're gonna keep using. We'll just keep using the spruce I already grabbed. So we're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, because we're gonna need those for the hoppers. We got 2 hoppers and 1 minecart, and we need to make a hopper minecart out of one of them. So basically, that's gonna catch through the dirt block, which is something. How are you? Oh, 'cause I just exposed it. Really? I stepped away for a second, and you're already a fisher person.
You know what? We should be glad that these people are trying to find jobs in this economy.
Well, it's dead. So
You killed the villager?
yeah, that's my 3rd one.
I didn't realize we were killing the citizens of Mordor's.
Well, they came and started questioning the humanity of this sheep pen, which they're right, but I don't care. So then we go ahead, we put the rail down, because the rail is the only way we can actually put this hopper minecart down. So we need to do that. And then what we need to do, and that's why these dirt blocks are nice. Oop, I need a few more then, actually. I don't have enough on me personally, but I did before. I put stuff away after I was done, and then I haven't had as much. Yeah, no, it's a bit funny, this thing. So we're gonna put that there. And then what we need to do is specifically have one here so we can then put the piston on in the correct direction, which is a little harder. Oop, nope, see, I was not low enough. Put on here. There we go. We can clean up around it. And yeah, so basically we're going to shove the piston into the dirt block to just save space, you know. If you're going to be inhumane, you might be fully inhumane, you know. And so we're going to do... Oh, so the other thing you have to do, and I always forget to do this, is that you actually have to take off the rail, because right now it can't push it into the hopper because, yeah, it's having that problem. So I did that, and now this should push that in there, so maybe I might have to activate it again. There we go. And see, now what we have is you're not going to see it much here, but I can show you once I clear this stuff away. Because these are all renewable here, these piston and block of redstone combination. But if I go into here, you'll kind of see it a bit more. But basically, this hopper minecart is now officially inside the dirt block. Because it's an entity, it's not a block. So it doesn't take up the same space in the game, so you can put it in the same area. Which is probably a glitch that eventually will be removed in the future, but for now, we get to enjoy it. So now, what we want to do is we want to monitor this block right here, changing. So we need an observer looking at that. So we're going to grab the observer. Probably put this cobblestone away. I don't need to use that right now. So it's going to look at there. Oh, was that looking the right way? Well, let me check. Yeah, that's looking the right way. We need the redstone dot here and open like that, otherwise it's not going to conduct it. Yeah, the auto-cooked chicken farm I've actually been considering. The only problem with it is that we don't use chicken a lot for food, and we actually want to trade the raw chicken at this point at the village. So I'm actually...
Yeah, that person that trades that?
Yes, the butcher does all 4, one of the butchers.
Okay.
So actually, we would want a chicken farm, but not actually cooking it, which is actually, I know is simpler, it's just I haven't gotten around to it, basically.
We
But
also
yes,
tend to have a lot of flame weapons.
yeah, so like we're automatically cooking anything we're hitting right now, which is actually kind of weird, but... So I have the observer, it's going to activate that redstone when it sees something change, like the state of that block, and it's going to go ahead and attempt to dispense, or attempt to use the shears, basically, because it's something here. So we're almost done at this point. Let's see, trapdoor, glass, and we'll do the lead to bring the sheep in. Yeah, and that's going to be kind of it for right now. I mean, that's how simple it is. I just now need a sheep. But it's getting to be nighttime, so I have to run back quick.
Yeah, I'm not near a bed.
Ooh, there's another cat that spawned at the village. A
Well,
tabby.
this is not surprising considering how many cats Elvis put in there.
Yeah, I know. But just like a wild one, I noticed. But yeah, that's kind of the big part of that sheep shearing, and the nice part is just again, you can access them at any time. You can change the color of them, based on this design, which I'll show you in a little bit what that means. But basically, there's a trapdoor at the top, and yeah, it's really simple. That's why I started here because I felt like it kind of got the mechanics down of an observer and dispenser very nicely, which I am not big on redstone knowledge. So this is kind of teaching me, okay, why does this work? And so in the future, if I'm looking around, I then can see. But yeah, so we got to build up the walls a little bit, because otherwise the sheep will try to disappear when bring it in. And I'm using stained glass because I saw someone else use it, and I thought it looked really pretty. And so I was like, you know what? And this kind of distinguishes them. Now, if we change the color, we kind of have to change the whole glass, but that's really 2 dye and 16 glass to make it, because you only use 15 stained glass because of the dispenser here. So it's really kind of cheap to make. So I'm not as worried. Now the other thing I need to do, and this is why I also need dirt blocks again, is that I need to I need to have a way to get up on top here to lure the sheep in. And then I also need kind of something like that to lure them this way, because basically I need to pull them in here, run around, replace the glass blocks, and stop them from escaping basically. Because they obviously don't want to get into this tight corridor. They don't want to be in this little area. So it's kind of, oh, farmer's heading to the dark woods. Well, hope you survive. Okay. Come on, sheep. And if some of these other sheep get out, it's fine. We'll just round them up a little bit later. But I'd rather keep them in the same area so I don't have to run around. Oh, don't you look at me, farmer. You probably have inhumane methods. You probably are doing things, with animals over there. Unless you're just trying to learn, and that's fine. You can come and look and learn if that's what you want.
Pretty soon the people of Mordors won't need us anymore.
Come on. No, okay, you can go up there. That's fine, but you're gonna fall in then. Yep, that's the
You need
plan.
me to build you a wall to keep them out.
No, we're eventually gonna building up in here. Okay, sheep, you need to go into this thing. I know you don't want. Oh, now I might be trapped. Let me get the dirt. Come on. There we go. Gotcha. Very nice. And then we can just remove the lead by right-clicking up there, and we'll get it back down here. And that's where you see we got the rail, we got some dirt. I do have some wool already in here because I was kind of getting a bunch of wool just in general to start it out. Depending on how I wanted to build, I was considering if I wanted to build, wool around them so we don't see them, but I'm like, I think glass is nicer. Then you just put that on top, and then so now at this point, oh, crap. Now it's magenta. There we go. Almost forgot to do that. Which we just gotten some white wool if that's the case for a little bit, but basically now, so this way this works, I can kind of it's going to take a little bit, unfortunately, just because this sheep is full wool. So I might actually, I don't have a shear on me. I might shear them just to make them want to eat grass when it comes back up. I can make another one just quickly. But basically, when the grass comes back, they're going to want to, you know, eat it. And let's see which one of these come back, and we can kind of show it on stream then. And yeah, basically it's just the observer is going to be checking the graph to see have a state change. Once there's a state change, it's going to send a redstone pulse through. So like this one on the left did it, and you can actually hear the click if you want to go back in the future and hear that. But basically, it clicked, and it actually had attempted to do shearing, but the thing is, there's no valid target, so it just didn't do anything to the shears. Same thing over there. But I'm kind of showing the redstones when it happens. But it's basically going to trigger through. The sheep's going to momentarily have wool, and then going to come out. Yeah, I can't take credit for it. There's a lot of these across the internet. So I definitely cannot take credit for it. But yep, there it goes. So redstone flashed up. It went ahead, and we got like 3 wool down here. And it just keeps going as long as the chunks are loaded. So that's the one thing that you kind of want to build it somewhat close to where you're going to be, which is why I have it so close but still kind of hidden from more doors and that kind of idea. Um, you do need sunlight, so it's kind of a build where you're going to need glass roofs or something because this grass needs to still get sunlight to grow. Um, it won't just grow in darkness to each other. Um, but that shouldn't be too bad because there's a lot, all the blocks around it have grass, so the likelihood of it happening is pretty quick. And I mean, yeah, there's probably more efficient ways to make it happen, but this seems to be a nice condensed, and it just works. It's a good design. But yeah, this one won't go off soon because the they'll eventually eat. Oh, I think maybe now. Eat has it, drops, and now it's down here. But yeah, so that's why we're kind of going. Just you have the rainbowing, and the nice part about having the colored glass and the colors is that it's easier to distinguish because obviously you can't distinguish the sheep right now. They don't have wool. They never have wool. Um, did they ever patch the torch light? I think actually torches will let it still grow. I don't think they've patched that out. That counts as light levels because there's no differentiating between I think regular light levels and torch light levels. So I think you still could just torch it, but I don't know exactly. That's something I haven't looked into. I know they just had it out in the open the one I was watching for 1.14 stuff, so I can't be completely sure on it, but and then I'm kind of leaving this access back here, which we'll probably build the building like right here. Actually, I don't know why I'm putting dirt in here then as a result. But if we're gonna build a building around it, it's probably gonna go to here. So we might have to clear like one more wall of this, or maybe not. Like the walls will be right here, so it's gonna be up against that. But the idea then, because then we can still access back here if we have to change things, um, is the hope. Because you never know. Oh, I don't know I did that. I need. But yeah, the idea would be that this is the back access to it, and kind of go that route. But yeah, that was kind of the idea of just making these, so, and, because then we're in the same area anyway. I have enough for this row. Obviously, the other 8 colors on the other side haven't quite set up, so it's more just getting these done. But, and I also don't have I only made enough dispensers and observers for this first row, but that's the
And
idea.
you need me to bring you something?
No, I'm not going to run out this stream, I'll put it that way. In the future, I might, but not right now.
Well, I'm just doing tradables.
And then I have shears already. I need to make I mean, I'm using a lot of the iron we just got, but you know,
I mean, we got a fair chunk.
yeah. But I just grabbed this. I meant from the most recent run because I had it down in the. I had it from the uh dump chest. So
Down in the mine.
yeah, I just took everything that was there at the time, which was 2 stacks, and I'm using that, which of course goes pretty quickly when you have to use 17 iron for each one. So I mean, it's not necessarily a cheap build in terms of obviously iron. You know, you can get a fair amount of, but obviously you're doing 17 iron times by 16. So I mean, it's expensive in terms of just because of hoppers, but every auto thing has at least like a hopper, probably a hopper minecart. I know some people to make it a little cheaper. I think they have it where there's track below it with a hopper minecart moving around, which I've seen. I just felt like the rail system would spend more iron than the hoppers and hopper minecarts alone. But no, maybe not. I guess it would still be cheaper. It seemed very excessive of a build. I'm more willing to spend the materials and keep it nice and compact here. So, if they change something with railways or something, then it doesn't break and I have to redo it all. Yeah. So, okay. So we need that, followed by the dirt, which I don't have any dirt because I just used it all on the back there. So let's just grab a big stack of dirt. And then I had a shovel, but of course I'm gonna dig like this because I am barbaric. And then rail, hopper minecart. I don't think we need it that deep. And then do 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 do.
I never did put that new bell into.
Then piston and redstone block. Oh, and then don't. That's why I had that broken. That's right, because then I need to do the rail. Then oh, wrong spot. Activate that. Those are hard to make very like the railways below, or kind of what were you thinking there when you were talking about it? Oop, that might have actually went down below because the system's working as it should. Okay, I need to go to bed though here. Oh, I have a bed nearby. That's right. I did that on purpose. The piston, take the rail, leave the purple wool. Okay. Okay, so let's put these back down. Oh, nope, that needs to be open. Then go to bed. The railways below. I feel like I've seen it before where it's, it doesn't have to go very far, but this would have to basically hit all of these points, and it just seemed like doing that and make sure it works that way. Then at that point, you're putting all the stuff together, and because it's 16 different types of wool, I just didn't think it'd be as efficient. But yeah, because like on an auto sugarcane or auto cactus, you're getting all the same item, whereas here you're getting 16 different types of wool. So it seemed like putting it in the same area, if you're doing, kind of a hopper chest kind of, storage area where it's just autofilling, you're gonna get kind of a weird assembly of it because it's also coming in at different rates, speeds, because it's so random and what you could get. It's just, it seemed like it was a bit excessive to do that for something like this. That's all. I mean, could it? We have, yes. Did it really make sense to? Probably not. Oop, I did it the wrong way. Whoopsies. I needed to do it that way. There we go. And shears go in there. The nice part is the only upkeep for this farm is the shears. So you're getting, what, they're 238 durability generally. I've obviously used this one at this point, but, and so you're getting that many, dispensings of wool, which is usually like 1 to 3 or 1 to 4. I can't remember exactly what the rates
Oh,
are.
it's 1 to 3.
1 to 3. I usually see 1 to 3, but then I wasn't so sure. Um, within the idea of, yeah, that's just all you need to worry about is that, and, and it just keeps going. That's the thing. And the thing is, in the same vein, then, if you don't actually want it to keep going, so if you want to stop the mechanics, you just take out the shears. You don't have to break any redstone. You don't have to do anything of that nature. Yes, you can put more than one shear in it. I just am now just to test kind of the yields, but the only thing with that is it will randomly select which shear it takes. So if you were trying to do it where it would only use, like it, which in fact I find a bonus, but the person who's making it didn't feel it was as bonusing, so I don't know if there's a reason with it. But yeah, you can put multiple shears, and the way dispense works is it randomly picks something from one of these 9 slots to use. So, um, it's gonna, because you see it a lot with bone meal, when you have auto farms that you're using, is that it takes it randomly from whichever one, so it can leave it where it's like they're all at 1 or something. But yeah, you can fill it all the way up with it, so you can have it go for a long time. It just depends on how much iron you basically want to commit to it, because each one's 2 iron, but 2 iron isn't too bad once you have an iron farm, and that's why we're considering one, because then we don't have to worry about iron deficiency. But
The big problem with the iron farm is just we're trying to find a place to put it, where it's still going to be in chunks that we normally like are active in.
yeah,
Because if we're not active in it, then it's not going to be doing its thing.
yeah, we haven't gone into kind of the mod section where you can have it where there's a chunk loader or something that will keep it open. So it's kind of something that you want to have it where it's just working, and it's a bit of an eyesore in the sky, and so it's just one of those kind of, where do you want to put it so it still is around but isn't looking terrible. And also we don't want to put it near more doors because we don't want the iron golems from there to start spawning only in the iron golem farm. And have you all seen
I
the
just want the
cursed
people.
pumpkin head? I have not seen that prank, and I'm very curious by the name of it what it is, because that sounds a little silly, whatever that is. Yeah, I always notice how close purple and magenta are to each other in this game, and then I'm like, ugh.
I'm
Yes.
not crazy. We had a farmer that would trade for carrots, right?
Yes. I definitely
Did
traded
we
them
have,
earlier, so.
can't seem to find them.
We didn't name them, but. So if you're looking for just them, have the carrots out and run up to farmers. Because if you find the farmer that actually trades carrots, it will put an emerald out for you. Even if it has even if the trade's like full and they haven't refreshed it, it will still say, "Hey, I trade for those."
What? You know, I just learned something.
That was the one I was talking about earlier, but I think you were busy at the time preparing for spelunking. Oh,
Baby villager noises are so weird.
there you go. Yeah, I was just seeing a villager. Don't you come over here. You come over here, and you know people haven't been coming back. Don't
You
you dare.
didn't like kill my farmer, did you?
No, there's the only one possibility where they might not be around. There was a zombie villager that was a farmer hat one when I came over here earlier.
He might have died.
Which just means we just need to find a new one in some of the new stock of them. Come over here.
Well,
Oh,
I've
no,
been
no.
looking at all of them.
Come over here. Thank you. Come into the hole.
All right, actually, we're gonna try and find somebody
Fine.
that'll
You
trade
want to
for
go that way,
potatoes.
fine. If you want to go up that way, you can do that. But you still gotta fall in the hole. No, you just avoided it. Don't do that. Aha. Got it. I'm getting better at it now as I'm doing more of it. So you can have the pumpkins you can wear. You can enchant it with the curse of binding. And if a player isn't wearing a helmet, then it goes. Oh, that's terrible. I
Wait
love
a minute.
it, but
Explain it to me, because you did not use complete sentences
no,
there.
I didn't. Cause I was reading it. So the cursed pumpkin head dispense trick. So you take pumpkin heads, which you can put on your helmet location,
Yes.
and you enchant them with curse of binding. And so if a player isn't wearing a helmet, it goes onto them. And the thing is, with curse of binding, you can't take it off
Until it breaks.
until it breaks, or which I don't think pumpkin heads do, or it. Let me make you purple before you do stuff. Um, yeah, until it breaks, or I think there is a way. If you die, you can get rid of it. I think possibly, but yeah, because you can just not go get that item. That sounds harsh. I don't know. I'm like, oof. Yeah, they don't break. So yeah, you'd have to, from what I would understand, then Jax, you'd have to die basically, and leave it to despawn. Yeah, because it would have to fall off of you. Which we have the gravestone, so you just would have to go not click on that grave ever. Or I guess you could click on the grave and not get the item, because when you click on the
No, I think.
grave, they fall on the ground. They don't come directly back to you. I know I died last stream, so. But yeah, the item pulls up in there, so you have to basically break it, not grab that item. Well, actually, no. I guess it would be fine grabbing the item because it would go into your inventory, right? It wouldn't go directly to your helmet slot. So yeah, I guess it wouldn't matter if you pick it up back, but you do have to die. Yeah, for sure. That's the only way you're getting rid of it.
Yeah, I think that zombie farmer was the one that trades both potatoes and carrots.
No, we had one was carrots and beets, one was potatoes. They were separate farmers. That I can tell you for sure. I just did it this stream, which is the only reason I know.
Oh crap! Where the hell? I have been searching for these guys for a while.
I don't know. I mean, there might have been more that were killed. I mean, it's possible. We might have had a zombie purge of our villagers a little bit.
There's a lot of unemployed villagers.
Yeah, that I know, because, oh, that's what I was doing. I forgot to grab the trap door. That's why. I was like, I know I was forgetting something.
Well, I might as well put all these tradables away then for right now. And I still traded 20 emeralds worth, and that's including the 30, not including the 30 I'm about to trade out for that book.
Yeah, fair enough.
Actually, no, I got over a stack of emeralds out of the trades. There are carrots.
do it this way. This will be better. Let's see. You can get it after you die. It doesn't go well to bed. Yeah. If you didn't kill the zombie farm, you could. The problem is that when I was running back, and you can kind of check back on the stream, it was already daytime, and so it was already burning. And it was kind of a. It was going to die anyway because I had it. I can show you kind of where it was. It was over here when I was running towards this, and so there was no way to lure them into a spot that wouldn't infect other villagers safely and keep them because they were already on fire. I could have possibly been over there where that open area is, but it was. I also thought it was a zombie coming toward the village because that's what it was doing. It was going toward the village area here, and so I just didn't think anything of it. But you know, also to be fair though, we hadn't leveled up. We have a ton of farmers, but two, we hadn't really leveled up that farmer a ton.
Oh, I finally found the potato farmer.
So it also they could still be around and they could just be eluding Belmont. That's I have had that issue where I've looked for one a ton and then suddenly Belmont's like, oh yeah, they're right over here, and I'm like, I looked there. Like, well, they weren't there before. So
Well, 'cause now I'm looking for the cleric, but
I mean, they should be a little easier to spot.
I'll go to bed for us. Don't worry.
Oh, okay. I mean,
You out of the bed.
I have a bed next to me, so I can. I literally put
I
one
just
over here.
I just kicked some poor villager out of their bed. In this room that this poor iron golem is now trapped in.
Oh yeah. And you can kill it if you want.
No, they hit hard.
I know.
No, it's just I'm not sure how he spawned in there, but like he's trapped in there because he can't go through doors.
Yeah. And if there's enough room to spawn there, I mean.
Also trying to get this cleric out of apprentice level.
Fair.
We also have a smite librarian now, but it's just smite 1.
Ugh.
But I haven't locked it in.
Oh yeah, that's oof. That's atrocious. If you're paying gems for Smite 1, just put it in an enchanting table. You'll get Smite. Got my rail. Need trapdoor. That's what I missed last time.
I didn't realize Brendan had a new book.
Yeah, I mean, we had done enough mending trades that. I mean, they're going to end up with 3, if I remember correctly, because we started them off with a book, so they're going to end up with 3. Just how it is. Okay, so let's go ahead, grab the shovel.
There's Willie. There's Willie.
And that, followed by. Oh. Oops. I don't know where that went. Oh, it went down there. That's fine. There we go. Followed by you. Then remove this right now, because why not? Let's make a difference. Then let's go ahead and put dirt there. And dirt up above. So we're actually going to do this. I think that's better than what I've been doing. Quicker. And then we need the hopper, or the piston now here. And now I just keep doing it because, you know, why not? It's good practice and might as well keep going. Break it, break it. Then we have that all in there. So we can go ahead and build this back up and like get some grass going. And then now we need observer, redstone, dispense. Oop, that's facing the wrong way. So dispenser. Shears go in dispenser. And then we build our cage. Yeah, I'm starting to get the hang of it a little bit, and it's just where it's, you know, passive of like, yep, you do this, and you're done.
And you only have to do how many more?
Oop, this is why we have extra glass, so I can break one if I need to. I am on my 4th of the 16, but in terms of the current row, I'm halfway, so 4 of 8. But I also just did 2 of them in the last half hour.
Fair enough.
which is while talking about it. So I don't know. That could probably be even a little quicker if in a case. So I actually don't need the dirt block. So let's do this.
Now I'm
Okay.
trying to find that potato farmer again.
Good luck. Okay, I'm gonna grab a bit more wheat. Just continually, just continually feeding these sheeps
There's a crap ton still in the Mordor's branch office if you need it.
of sheep.
Of wheat.
Oh yeah, no. I just took a half stack at the beginning. That should be more than enough for this. 'Cause I mean that's 16 sheep, so it fits exactly. Hi there, Mr. Unemployed Villager. Why do
Oh,
you keep coming over here and looking at the barrels? They're blocked off. You don't want to do anything with those. Just ignore them.
remember, they can reach through a block to get to them.
They are not. They have not reached through either the wool or the trapdoors. I noticed, and that's why I started doing it. When I had the trapdoor open, that's when I had the issue. Let's just do this, because this seemed to be the best way to do it. Nope. Stay in there. Haha, got it. And then make them blue and trapdoor. Perfect. I'm getting the hang of it now. See, well that's the thing. I'd only made it what twice before this, and this one took a while because I kept messing it up with. Well, because I didn't know the correct order to do it in. Like, so I was like, oh, I'll do this first, and then I'm like, crap. Well, now I need to make the dirt into the thing, and then I put the glass up too early, and it was just like, okay. So that's why I have this as a model in the middle, because I was just messing around with it with a white sheep, which of course is going to keep getting white wool, which is great for the trading with the shepherd. So it's not like this is wasting anything. It's just more of a this was my model in case I need to break something apart or try something new. But so far it's looking pretty good. We got the sheeps going. But I'm thinking we might just wrap up here now that I've kind of shown a couple examples of it. Because we are hitting 10 to 4 hours, 10 minutes
Oh,
before
yeah.
4 hours. So it's probably about that time to wrap up, get a little break before we go make dinner. We actually have some gaming plans tonight, so starting to get more into Tabletop Simulator. So trying that out. We're going to try some of that out later. But in the meantime of this, as always, you can check more stuff out here at triadgamers.com, which is going to be on that side. Haha, I got it down first try this time. Check us out there. We have a deck tech going up tomorrow for one of my favorite decks. Is one of my brews, Buff Friends with Swords. If you want to see what the Buff Friends and the swords are, feel free to check it out. And then on this side, you're going to see that you can find us on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook at Triad Gamers. Oh, tonight, tabletop game, it's possibly either Sentinels the Multiverse, because that was brought up. What was the other one brought up that was mentioned that we were like, ooh, maybe that?
Damn, I don't remember
Yeah.
now.
I know that I've been looking at a couple like one of my big games. I know I'm talking and just to finish it out as I was just doing my intro stuff, but all this stuff. But
He's villainous.
some people are
Or
asking.
Red Dragon Inn.
Red Dragon Inn was mentioned. That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
And Villainous was also mentioned. You are right on that. There was some villainous talk. But yes, Buff Friends of Swords is fun. There is a shirtless guy as one of the commanders. So come on, why wouldn't you like it? But in terms of tabletop games, the other one I want to try on there's a scripted version of a board game that I enjoy called Power Grid. And the reason why I like the scripted version is that there's actually a lot of intricacy with moving rounds and the auction phase, and it'll be nice to just click a button and have it do it all for me. So I'm kind of hoping for that one in the future. But now I think we're just messing around with it because it's only our second tabletop game played on Tabletop Sim. I've messed around with the Commander feature a bit, but that's it. So, but yeah, we'll talk about that more. Feel free to come join other streams and ask about more of that. And yeah, Red Dragon is a lot of fun. It's actually we don't own any, but our friends are getting into it, and so they're getting a lot of the
So the
copies.
friends we're playing with have almost everything, I think.
Did they get everything? Wow. Okay,
I
fair
think
enough.
so. So when
Um,
is our next stream, Nick?
well, our next streams, if you want to check us out again over the next week, because we talk about it before Minecraft now, because a little more talking, is that tomorrow night I'll be streaming Legends of Runeterra, which just had a new set release. So a bunch of new cards just came out. So everybody does not know what's going on or what's good anymore. So this is the best time to join if you want. And I'll kind of be talking about some of the new mechanics that I know from the set. There is the game mode that's the experimental mode they call it, Labs, has it where there are pre-constructed decks to try out. I've only done one of the 6 so far, so I'm going to mess around with that a little bit and just kind of talk about the new set and what I've seen. I love the artwork so far. They've really even upped their game even more from Bilgewater. So I'm really excited to see more and more of the cards that have come out, and as well as over the next couple months, because this is the first expansion out of the 3 expansion set over the next, 4 months now coming up. Then on Wednesday we have a bonus stream, even though it's second week in a row now,
No, it's
but
not bonus anymore. It's
it's not
just
bonus.
part of
It's
the
on the
stream
schedule
schedule.
officially. Okay.
It is officially on the schedule. In fact, I've even selected what game I'm going to play after I'm done
Oh
with
wow. So,
Cavern.
okay, so Wednesday afternoon, which is now a more permanent stream, a regular stream, I'll call it. Belmont's going to return to Canarium, play some more of it. It's a little
Crush the
longer than thought,
sub.
so finish it up, see what's going on. And then on Thursday, I will return back to Paper Mario to play some more. Again, the Fortress. I should be able to hit Koopa Bros. Fortress and go to the Dry Desert, but you'll want to tune in to see if I get even further. Yeah, Jax, feel free to come watch Legends of Runeterra. Basically, if you know the game League of Legends or Teamfight Tactics, which is also kind of as big as League of Legends now, it's that world. It's Runeterra, but it's in a card game format like Magic the Gathering Arena. So it's kind of that direction of, I'm just making sure I don't need to go to bed yet. Yeah, pretty soon. It's that kind of format, and it's honestly my recommendation for if you don't want to keep up with Magic the Gathering's cost, because it is a free-to-play game in Arena, but you do have to kind of pay to keep up with all the cards if you want. If you don't want to pay to keep up with Hearthstone, because at this point you also need that. Runeterra is honestly has a really good free-to-play model where they throw a ton of cards at you, and they give you more flexibility, and I think that's what I like about it. So feel free to come check me out on Monday to see it. Otherwise, feel free to try it out. It's free to download. I mean, all of Riot's games are free to play. They're mostly cosmetic stuff. Yeah, if you play a lot of League, you probably actually get a lot of enjoyment out of it because I think all the champions that are in
Oh,
it are mostly ones that have been around for years. They
yeah.
they don't have a lot of new champions. The new expansion has Aurelion Sol, which is still fairly new. Um, but in terms of all the other champions, there's not a ton of new ones. They're using a lot of the fan favorites, I think, to really launch the game.
Yeah.
Um, there is actually a card in there that is a champion now in League, but is not a champion in Runeterra, even though it started in Runeterra, which I always find really funny. But there's a lot of that going on, and so we're visiting Targon. So you have your Tariks, your Dianas, your Leonas, your Trundles, that kind of stuff. So although Trundle is fairly already, but basically they're adding new champions over the next couple months. So I recommend it. Feel free to check it out. But otherwise, I'll be playing it tomorrow night and can talk about it a bit more. But in that, I probably should wrap up. So thanks for joining us, especially Jackson. I know you're really chatty, so we do appreciate it. Seriously, it keeps us talking, so that's awesome. And we will see you tomorrow night at the earliest. But otherwise, be safe, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.